the most powerful stream in the universe.
Hey folks, welcome to the most powerful stream in the universe. And today, special day and time. Normally it's Saturdays we do these, but we're doing it today. 1 week. You guys had a week to see Masters of the Universe 2026. We're going to talk about it today. I've got a panel arranged here. We're going to talk for a little bit, and I will give members, if you are a super friend, if you're a member of the channel, I will give you access to come talk with us live. Or if you don't want to, you can stay in the chat. And then after some time, depending how things are going, maybe I'll see if people want to come in from the comment, like from the chat into backstage and talk with us as well. You can rate the movie 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 2 out of 5. I can only have 4 options, so I couldn't put 1 out of 5. I don't think anyone's going to give it a 1 out of 5, but you know, I mean, if you want to give it a 1 out of 5, that is your prerogative. Tonight's stream is going to be just short of a shill stream, just to warn everybody. Everyone on here is either approaching 50 or slightly over 50, so you're going to hear things like, I loved it, my childhood, this is what I've been waiting for, I've seen it X plus 1 times, my kids loved it, I bought X number of toys. This is what you're going to hear for about 2.5 hours. So if you didn't like this movie, please let me know. I was looking for people who were willing to come on and who had negative points. I do have some points to make. It's not all going to be roses. I'm not giving this a 10 out of 10 or whatever. You guys have seen my review. So I do want to have a slightly more balanced discussion and not just a full-on shill stream, because I've already done my shilling for other stuff. I don't need to do it here. All right. So if you're new here, please hit the like and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. We cover a lot of great stuff. So for example, on Friday, it's Fantastic Fridays, where we talk about Fantastic Four comics. We share the screen with the comics. So we're going to look at issues 233 to 235. We're going to read them. And this is John Byrne, baby. So every Friday you're getting burned every Friday. And these are kick-ass stories. This is John Byrne now, so we're not messing around. It was Jack Kirby, then he left. Then we had 100 issues of So-So. I still liked it, and now we're into John Byrne, so there's no excuse to not be there. Tuesday Night Terrorvision, we're doing The Burbs. Yeah, man. That's going to be a really fun stream. I haven't watched this in about 400 years, so I'm looking forward to rewatching it again. That's hosted by my friend Pete from Wrestling with Horror, so make sure you subscribe to Wrestling with Horror. The link's in the description of all my videos and live streams. Every Wednesday, the return of G.I. Joe. That means 1 week from today, G.I. Joe is back, baby. And we've got a gun in the hands of a kid, and he's going to shoot Cobra friggin' Commander, man. Cobra Commander dies 1 week from today. I guarantee it. I guarantee you he's dead 1 week from today, and he's never coming back. Crazy to kill him off in only 33 issues of G.I. Joe. Well, he might not be dead, but find out on Wednesday. And then every Monday is Earth's Mightiest Mondays, where we talk about Avengers comics. So it's the same thing we do for G.I. Joe and Fantastic Four, except it's the Avengers. So yes, looking forward to talking about this. That is a famous cover, the arrow with the Ant-Man on the thing, and that's Scott Lang Ant-Man, because Hank Pym is in prison and he's going to trial. Poor guy, just because he slapped Jan. You know he said he wanted mustard on the sandwich, and she didn't get. I don't understand. You just put mustard on the sandwich, and it would have been fine. Just joking. Anyways, okay. Big thank you to our channel members, our super friends. We have 40 members. As they come in, I will thank them personally as they come in. So thank you guys for being members. I really appreciate it. We also thank our friend Clobber in Times, who wasn't really a big He-Man guy. He was slightly older, so he kind of missed the He-Man thing, but we thank him anyways because he was a good friend of ours. So put a CT in the chat. I know some people are already putting a CT, so I appreciate that. So thank you for doing that. All right, let's start bringing in the panel. And guys, there's no Sean tonight. Long story. It's nothing. He's still recovering from the DDT, the 2 DDTs I gave him, the 2 tornado DDTs I gave him. So he's recovering from those, but he will be back next week. All right, so let's bring in my buddy Steven. Steven hasn't been on in a while. Hey, Steve.
Hey,
man. All right, let's okay, we got let's bring in John. Hey, John.
I just want to say disclaimer: Amazon has not paid me any money to talk about Masters of the Universe.
I'm not getting paid anything.
This is me. I paid to see Masters of the Universe.
Yeah,
so.
I got paid. Where's my? Here's how much Amazon paid me. They paid me zero.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring in Big D here. Where's my Conan intro? Where's my Conan intro? I didn't lose that, did I? Wow, I cannot find the Conan intro. Oh, here it is. Hey.
What's up, everybody?
All righty. Let's say hello to our friends who are joining us in the chat. Our super friend, Adam Morris here. Wishing you guys had a great discussion. I've not seen anyone so bad, but difficult to organize. Yeah, no worries. It's not going to be in theaters much longer. Hold on. 5, 4. It's out of the theater. It's gone.
It's out of the theater.
It's out of the theaters.
You missed it.
This movie is going to a bomb. Well, we'll get into it, but that stuff doesn't affect me. Rogues, our super friend Rogues is here. Thank you, my friend. Master of the Universe Prince, what's going on, dude? Pretty great, but some of the sexual awkward humor. Yes, I will. I second that. Our good friend Warrior. I'm just gonna call you Warrior. You like the new Cobra Commander figure, but I wish it was regular release.
The one on the throne, where he's on the throne.
Oh, it's awesome.
Oh, and they released a bunch of shit today. All of it sold out already. There was a Snake Eyes and they called it Battle in a Box.
Gone. I did get this. I hit the mother load. I know you guys are the G.I. Joe guys, but I hit the mother load on Transformers. First, I got Kranix.
Oh, Kranix, yeah.
And then I got Swerve and Sideswipe as well.
Awesome.
So I did pretty good today at Walmart. They only have Recondo for GI. Oh, no. What's the green? The Cobra with the green slimy looking face thing?
Night Viper?
Yeah, I guess they had that guy.
They had Hit and Run.
Yeah, we had Hit and Run in my Walmart.
I actually thought about getting him, but I was like, I'm here to get medical supplies for my daughter.
Our super friend Al Davis, what's going on, buddy? Thank you, man. DJ super friend, what's going on, Jimmy? And you spoiled it. I didn't know I was holding that gun, bro. You didn't wait. Hold on.
He didn't know.
You didn't know who was holding it. DJ, you got to listen, man. You got to keep up with this. We're doing. We did this. We told you who's holding that gun. That was
threw the gun at him in the one issue. They're like, "Hey, here."
It was the last batch of episodes.
Yeah.
It was the last batch of episodes. Come on, man. Dude, remember what was that? It was that Dave Chappelle day. That was 2 weeks ago. Oracle looked like a rag doll. Yeah, I'm not even sure if they rushed that to get it in because people really wanted it in. Sean better have a neck brace when he returns. He is gonna have a neck brace. Send your prayers, your hopes and prayers to the PO box. He'll get those, and then that way we have your mailing address, so we can send you stuff, because that's what Tugboat was doing when he went.
Yes.
Tugboat was like, Hogan's. There's like he did like 3 earthquakes on him or whatever, and then he's like, he needs your support, but what he really needs is your mailing address. That's what we did. Vince McMahon, buddy. We see what you did there. Remember points and saw it for free. Oh, nice. That is very good.
That works. I got Fandango, so sometimes I get to go see movies.
Visible Man, yeah. Whoosh, yeah. Joe Pan -1, yeah. I don't remember Kranix. Is he a Junkion? No, I have all the Junkions, though. They're all around in there somewhere. I had the original Wreck-Gar from when I was a kid. No, this guy's in the... So remember when Unicron comes and eats everybody? Mm-hmm. So it's the very, very intro of the movie. And
then Hot Rod and
it's Unicron. All the music, and they're running, and then it's like they try to get away, and then they get crunched up, and then this guy kind of, I guess this guy ends up with the Quintessons and
whatnot. Yeah. Right? When Hot Rod and Cup get captured,
and Hot Rod and thing come and help him. So there you go.
I just love how in the Transformers of the movie they killed everybody, and then they were like in G.I. Joe, they're like, we can't kill anybody. We're freaking out, kids. They're gonna be traumatized.
Kids are losing their minds or whatever.
New products were coming out. Get the old product out.
Yeah, well, I love the movie because it's almost like a reboot. It's like a soft reboot, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take a look at the poll because we already have. All right, so let's see. Oh, we've already got everything on here. Okay, so 8 votes already. We just started. We got 8 votes. We got 25% say 5 out of 5, 38% say 4 out of 5, 12% say 3 out of 5, and 25% say 2 out of 5. So we have some people that didn't like it. Let us know in the comments what you didn't like. So I don't even know. Well, normally we share a screen and go through, but obviously I don't have this movie and I don't have any, like, I didn't, I purchased my IMAX, or it wasn't even IMAX. I'm sorry. It was the regular theater screening because they did 4DX, which, I don't feel like.
Mine didn't even work. Mine was broken, but I got free tickets out of it.
Yeah. I mean, like, so that's like, I think this is a tough movie. Let's face the facts. This is a very, very tough movie because the prime audience is here.
Yeah.
They're 50-year-olds. Do their kids or if they have grandkids, but let's say their kids, do their kids like He-Man? It's a tough call, yes or no, because it depends how much you loved it. So we had other guys on here like Sean. I'm pretty sure Sean will like this movie because him and I usually have the same opinions. And if we hate something, so my dislikes of it will be amplified with Sean more than, but I still think he'll end up liking it. Go ahead, John.
Listen, I took my 11-year-old daughter to see it, Bailey. She loved it. She
loved it. Okay.
She wants to watch the cartoons now. She wants to, she wants more mess. She thought it was great,
Okay.
She leaned over and asked me what some of the jokes meant. I'm like, I'll tell you later.
Yeah. So this is where we're at now. So we're at the point where we're like, okay, what are we going to do with this movie? Because the first Masters of the Universe movie, though we all, I love it. Like, I love the Dolph Lundgren movie.
Oh yeah.
It's a straight up fantasy movie. He's He-Man. He's Man-at-Arms. They don't do little stupid jokes. There is some lightheartedness to it because of the material, and it can't be super rough. But Skeletor is pretty menacing. He's not funny. There's not a joke at his expense.
There's a few like the part where he's like, "You promised not to hurt him." I lied. I like that.
Yeah, it's not a joke. It's not making him out to be.
It's not. It's but it's still kind of funny.
He's
it made
quite
me
serious.
Laugh when it, yeah.
And I like where he's like, "Where are they? Where are your friends now? Where are they now? It's like your big friends that you fought for." But then they show up. When the friends show up, that I still get goosebumps because it's like they just appear and like, yeah, it goes, where are your friends now? They're right here, buddy. See, you don't have, the whole thing is like, he doesn't have friends. Evelyn everyone abandons him, or they fail to live up to his impossible expectations, which no one can live up to. So he destroys them. He either destroys his friends. There's more themes in that movie. This one had clear messaging in the way the cartoon did it, where it was more like, just say the message to the audience. Like, tell them, no, Adam, strength comes from sticking up for your loved ones and fighting on their behalf to protect them. It's not just muscles. I like that message as well, but it is definitely, that's not, I wouldn't say it's hammered. It's more clear. Let's put it that way. But the original, like that first movie, I really love it. So you can make it serious, but at the time, a lot of people didn't like it. So now you're thinking, well, I'm making this movie, so what am I going to do now? Well, if we go straight up fantasy action, like the last movie, people are going to be like, well, the He-Man's goofy. Why are you being super serious with it? And you know what I mean? Like, you could have done it like a Lord of the Rings, right? Like a more like that tone. But then they have all of the silly names and all that. And I've got an interesting question on this too. The jokes, I think there's too many jokes. Do we all agree on that point? Just as a point?
Well, if the jokes worked, I would have been a lot more
right. That didn't work.
Yeah.
So let me rephrase it.
Yes.
I would say 50% did not work. Easy for me.
Nice.
Like,
Skeletor he was the best. Like his stuff landed, it stuck the landing. Some of Adam's stuff I thought, but like after the whole Fisto thing, that was getting old. I was like, okay, the
Fisto joke, they could have done it once, twice at the most.
I was like, we get what his name is. Got it. Move on.
So there's too many jokes. That's one problem I think everybody, even the people that love the movie, agree that there's too much jokes that fell flat.
Yeah.
Like it felt like every other one wasn't funny. Like literally almost you could have sat there.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, that was brutal.
Yeah.
Oh, that was pretty funny. Okay, brutal. You could almost use your calculator and be like, oh, +1. That was funny. Okay, that was funny. Bad. Oh, that was pretty funny, right? Like it was almost like The Roommate completely or erase that character.
Yeah,
Why?
didn't need
Yeah. I knew from the
Didn't
trailer.
need
I'm like, this guy is gonna be. I'm already gonna hate this guy. And it goes, yeah. And I was like, who cares? Why are you
Remove
here?
him.
And then he like, are we doing spoilers? Is this the spoilers?
Yeah, of course. It's been a week.
yeah.
That's why I waited this long.
That I thought, oh, good. It's gonna take place in Eternia for the rest of the movie. Then the fucker shows up at the ending. I'm like,
At the
why
end.
are you here?
Yeah, just to like prove
he
him right over.
he was on screen more than Battle Cat was. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Is that supposed to be like their version of Lubick? Coming there to
Right.
acknowledge,
Well, listen, Luke, no, don't even compare him.
No, I'm not comparing. I'm just saying, is
No,
that what
no.
Travis Knight maybe was?
Yeah, so they're
Go ahead.
okay. Yeah, so they're thinking, what are we gonna do? We got to make this lighthearted. But then the problem is that they directly addressed the silliness of He-Man, which is the names, because remember, it's an entertaining cartoon to give kids messages and lessons, but to ultimately also sell toys, which is number one priority is sell the toys. Number two priority, entertainment and lessons for kids. So we can disguise the sales of the toys within the messaging and saying, well, there's a message to it. Some of them, Sean and I just reviewed all 65 episodes of season one. We just binged them over like a month and a half or whatever it was. So I'm not talking out of my ass or, remember when I was a kid, I remember all this shit. I'm talking from like last week when I just finished watching them.
Yesterday.
I just saw it, right? And I've seen everything after that too. So including the Netflix CGI one, which after I bought the 3 seasons is now coming on Steelbook Blu-ray. So F you, Netflix.
Same as the original series.
Yeah.
Netflix
I've
never
gotta buy it.
releases their stuff usually. Now they're like, oh, here's a steelbook. I'm like,
Yeah, but after they released it on DVD and I bought that because I figured they're never going to release it. And so I have to buy that. But I like that one. So we'll get to that in a second. We'll get to the other iterations. But anyway, so that's the thing. So they addressed the silliness. That was maybe a mistake. However, my defense of this is this. Yeah, Fisto, Ram Man, really dumb humor. But they never give their actual real names. So here's what happens. He's like, oh, you're Fisto. Now, if he would have said, that's not my name, and if you call me that stupid name again, I'll smash you. He doesn't say that. He's like, that's not my name. And they're like, well, that's what I called you, right? And then they make some jokes. Okay, you go ahead and fist them. And I saw you fist a goblin and stuff, right? And then, and so there's a lot of stupid, and it's all stupid humor. I agree. Dan, you said it, one-time joke, just as an offhanded comment, but not continuously playing that out. But he never says his real name because at the end he accepts. He's like, what did you call me? I'm Fisto, yeah, and I'm Ram Man. They accept their names. That's ultimately saying that, yeah, it's silly, but whatever. I'm Fisto. Who cares? So I think a lot of the people who are negatively reviewing this movie are missing the fact that in the end, and yes, I agree, they're lame jokes. There's too many. I agree with you. Too many jokes. They're lame. I agree. But in the end, he accepts his name. He never says, no, my name is whatever, because they did name him. In 2000X, they renamed him Battle Fist. They gave the characters actual names, right? No, and then so like Battle Fist is like his code name or whatever. So they gave them names. That in a way is actually saying that the old names were stupid because we renamed them so it's not stupid, versus accepting the silly name and just saying that's the name. Is that interesting? I thought of this and I thought that's kind of interesting because people are saying, oh, you're making fun of the names. Actually, I love the 2000X series. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I love it. But in those toys and stuff, and even in classics, they renamed the characters, right? They gave them names. Isn't that more like, that's like saying the names were stupid and we gave them real names now, right? Like, interesting way to think about that, right? Like, but that's just in response to the people that were saying it was making fun of the collectors and all that. It was kind of, I think the thing is, it's an in-joke. Mm-hmm. I think this movie is slightly more clever than people are thinking it is. They're making fun of the collectors because, there's the toy store, there's all these old guys there buying their stuff, but it's true. That is who's there. Like, I just went to the comic shop today. I went to the toys thing and got thing. I go to Toys R Us. There's one right next to Steven's house. I go there and I see my age guys who are digging through the transfer. Oh, I got Galvatron. So it is true. And we know it's silly that we're doing it, but we enjoy it. And I think the movie is saying, you know what? It's silly, but there's nothing wrong with it. In the end, they're like, it's nothing wrong with it. He-Man can just be He-Man. I called myself He-Man because I wanted to be called He-Man. I think the people who are getting upset over it, they have a right to be upset because just immediate reaction is like, what the hell? You're making fun of this and F you. And then, all the, it's like, you're screw this. You're hurting the core audience. But I think if you take a step back, it's like, well, of course, like I go to the comic store, like comics were supposed to be meant to be read by kids, but they aren't anymore because it's just, they've been priced out of the hobby. Yeah. I mean, what kid is buying this? This is $40 in Canada.
No, that's a lot of cutting the grass to buy that.
Yeah. What kid is buying this? And then it's like, do I open it? Do I not open it? This is the core toy line that Dan has a few figures of, and I have a few figures of. Yep, you got Tila. Her face.
I just picked up Tila. Her face. It's the best face they had. I picked it up today. So
yeah, I'm not fond of some of the paint. Yeah, that's not too bad. That one's not
too bad. Yeah,
Skeletor looks amazing.
I love the Skeletor. Yeah,
the Skeletor's awesome. So, anyways, so they've kind of grown up some of these things. So Transformers, which was made for kids, they were strong toys. They could last. They've grown up with us, right? So, and then they've branched out. So they made new Transformers toys. I'm saying Transformers because I know this the best. They did the new Transformers toys, and then they've got smaller ones. So there's different price points. There are kiddie Transformers. Like my niece and nephew do have kiddie Transformers. Like he's got a Grimlock that transforms in 2 steps or something. It's like, shh, and then it's like, oh, look, he's a robot now, right? So they've adjusted Transformers. He-Man went adult and never adjusted. They tried with the CGI Netflix show, and I liked those toys, and I bought all the ones I could find, and I've got a shit ton of them now. But kids didn't take to it. So you're at a position now where if you go with Kevin Smith's way, which is you make it, too, like Kevin Smith thinks he's doing something deep with the characters, but really he's just ruining them and doesn't understand. He never understood the purpose of He-Man. So that's a fail. The CGI Netflix show, which is for kids, all the little kids, they can say I have the power, they all get their powers. That's for kids. That's not going anywhere. So where does this brand go? It has to target us specifically and then hope to get other people. Unfortunately, there's not enough of us to make it a box office hit. They spent a lot of money on it. It's Amazon, so they've got money to burn. That's not an excuse. It performed poorly. Supergirl, as embarrassing as this is going to be, that shit Supergirl movie is going to do better than this, and that's going to be really upsetting because everyone's going to make fun of me for that, even though I like Supergirl better than He-Man. I'm a bigger Supergirl fan than a He-Man fan, but in any case, the perception is that somehow He-Man losing to Supergirl is going to be a win for them. It's like, well, Supergirl's going to bomb ass as well, so just keep that in mind. But anyways, it's going to perform poorly. Mortal Kombat, this obsession, which, I mean, it looks like a cool movie. I'm sure it's fine, but it's a teeny bopper horror movie, so I kind of have not much interest in it. That Back Doors or Back Rooms or whatever it's called, it's like, looks like a very cool, interesting movie, but that's killing it. So all these smaller movies are killing it because people are just kind of done with it. RR, thank you, my friend. Wish I could join 7 out of 10 as a movie, but 10 out of 10 for fun. Sadly, too many boys who cried woke. Yes, there is not. Okay. There is some. We'll address
an hour on that. We can spend.
Yeah, we will address it. We'll address it. So thank you, RR, for the $10. So this is a He-Man stream. So I will give you the He-Man punch, of course, for the. Boom! Thank you, and I'll give you a hello. I don't have Tila, but I've got her as this. I don't know. I don't know what that's from. Riverdale? Is that from
Riverdale?
Riverdale?
Yeah,
Probably Riverdale.
Riverdale,
okay.
Yeah.
And for $10, which one do you want? Are you want? How about? We haven't used this one in a while.
Yeah.
There you
Always
go.
love the Scarlett Johansson.
Thank you, man.
John's here for Scarlett.
Listen, I defend myself. I was watching her in that Home Alone movie that she made her movie debut, and I was like, she was cute back then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Fisto
that was her age,
Shorts,
probably, like when that movie, or around it. I mean, how old is she, in her 40s? Yeah, she's in her 40s, but I'm older than her. So probably me thinking she was cute back in that movie was probably wrong, but whatever.
You can't. What are you gonna do?
I think.
Okay, so we'll talk basics first. So I really like the movie. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10 based on my rating system, my scale system. But I did see it in a regular theater. I bet you it's gonna look way better on 4K, which I just pre-ordered today. So I really like this movie a lot. I think it was pretty awesome. It's too long because why is it 2 hours and 20 minutes? But every movie is too long, so I can apply that rule to everything that comes out. So what was the other thing? Oh, and I would probably almost go so far as to say maybe 60 to 70% of the jokes did not land with me at all. I sat there and thought that wasn't funny. This is annoying. That's not funny. But the positives of everything else, what I really enjoyed was when Adam became He-Man, he won every fight on his own. Okay? He defeats Trapjaw completely on his own, right? Just becoming He-Man. So he's disoriented, right? And he punches, he's like, oh, he's like, what the hell? And it's like, oh, I'm strong. It's like, okay. And then he defeats Trapjaw by himself. Then he fights Spikor, Karg, Goatman, and about 10 to 15 Skella troopers, Skella knights. So he fights all those knights by himself in the Snake Mountain Tower, in the head of the Snake Mountain. By himself, defeats them all. Then he fights Skeletor completely on his own, and he fights him in the physical realm of punching and slashing. He also defeats him in a mental realm where Skeletor tries to mess with his mind by himself. Superman, Superman, where are you? It's like, just because I love beating up on Superman, think about that for just a second. This is the first Superman movie. This is the first He-Man movie. He-Man's got a team of guys. Like, if Ram Man or Teela came in for the save, you'd be like, well, she's got, he's just becoming He-Man, right? Superman has had 3 years of being Superman in that movie, and He-Man's had 1 minute of being He-Man. And he's defeating guys on his own. Now he is clumsy with the vehicles and stuff because he doesn't know how to drive them. And it was a little bit of a get out of jail free card to, he kind of grew up on Earth and didn't know. Some people also missed this. When he got sucked through the portal that the sorceress made, he dropped the sword.
Yeah.
Yep.
People missed that. They're like, how did he lose the sword?
What? They missed that?
They couldn't see that part? It was like clear as day.
Maybe they looked down.
Maybe,
Yeah.
So eating their popcorn.
My popcorn was awesome, by the way. And I usually just get Coke Zero, but I got a Fruitopia. I was like, oh, so beautiful. Anyway, yeah. So I like the messaging. I was a little bit. I don't know if I liked Man at Arms's arc, but they had to give him something. This is a movie where the characters need to have something. So then what do you give them? And you just have a Rolodex, right? So you're like, okay, well, Adam's going to have the hero becoming the hero because that's what everyone has to do now. Even if the hero was already, like in Daredevil Born Again, he has to become the hero again, even though he already was for 3 seasons and he has to do it again. Anyways, but He-Man, you need the hero journey. There's no other thing you can do, right? Man at Arms, I mean, the first like 20 minutes of this, and then when Trapjaw came, it's like, you're like, oh, fuck. And he's like, oh, I'm here to kick your ass. That was awesome. And then it's like he's a drunk. It's like, oh, I don't know if I like that. So I didn't like that much. Everyone else's story was great. And I love that Skeletor's like, look, I'm just the bad guy. Don't try to talk me out of this. Right? I love the fact that on the real world, it sucks. His job is brutal. His boss is dumb. And she's like one of these fake bosses who pretends to care about stuff, but really doesn't care about anybody and just cares about the numbers. So, well, Adam, you're not doing that good, so we're going to let you go. It's like, I thought you cared about my feelings. It's all fake. It's all fake office stuff. So that was cool. I like that they made fun of that. So if you're going to be on Earth, it was 18 minutes. I timed it. It was 18 minutes on Earth if you include Beastman's attack, because Beastman still attacks there. Like, it's actually pretty fast for a 2 hour and 20 minute movie, which should have been 2 hours. There is 15 minutes really only of the Earth stuff, so it's not too bad. So there you go. The boss was acting woke, but it exposed the fakeness of it.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was cool. They exposed the fakeness of having the woke.
And I think that's what a lot of people don't like about this movie is it's not following the Hollywood trend of over politicizing everything and all that stuff like that. It's actually kind of making fun of what they've been doing for the past several years. And it's not, and I'm sorry, the toxic masculinity bullshit they were trying to put out there beforehand is not in this movie at all.
At all.
I swear, I think some of these people were purposely trying to tank this movie before it ever released.
The director, here's the problem. The director, people need to shut their stupid mouths. It's like, Brie Larson, shut your mouth. Rachel Zegler, shut your stupid mouth. Everybody
Millie Alcock, shut your mouth.
Millie Alcock, shut your damn mouth. I don't agree that people should make fun of her looks. That's despicable.
No.
But she's a twit. It's like, stop talking. She's like, well, people are going to be upset that I'm a girl. It's like, but it's Supergirl, so no, I don't think they're going to be upset with her.
I don't know where they get their talking points from.
Who are you
Who's
talking
giving them these
about?
talking points?
if Man at Arms was a girl, we would have said, "Hey, why is that a girl?" it's like that's Millie. Yeah, Supergirl is a young blonde girl, young blonde and white, and that's what Millie Alcock is. So the casting is fine. Like, so why would anyone be angry at that? Like, people were upset with Sasha Calle when she got cast as the Supergirl in the Flash movie because she doesn't look like Kara Zor-El, right? Like, not at all. I kind of liked her in that movie. I kind of liked her too. I kind of liked her. But in any case,
like the Flash. Like,
I kind of like the Flash too.
I like the Flash.
No, but there is some. I like.
Oh,
it
there's
as well.
massive issues with the
There's
Flash.
massive issues.
Massive. Don't get me wrong.
Let's be careful. Yeah, we're not.
Yeah,
we're
no.
I'm just. Yeah, it's just not a despicable hunk of garbage or whatever. But anyways, okay. So Dan. Well, so you liked it. Do you guys do? Well, John, you do rating. Do you do rating systems on your thing, right? Or like
I did a review for it on my
Yeah.
site. Yeah, I gave
So
it a
what
4
did-
out of 5. 4 out of 5. Yep. I listen. You brought up a lot of the points that I brought up. I mean, like, here's the problem. Like, I already knew this movie wasn't going to make bank just because, like, you know, the movies surrounding it, and that's the society we live in now. We're in a YouTube world where, like, these movies, these horror movies, and I'm not dissing these horror. I'm never going to watch them, but that's just me. But it takes away from, you know, stuff. Like, people say, like, because I talk to people all the time. They're like, oh, I want movies to be fun again. There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. There you go. And
Exactly.
then nobody goes, and then they're like, oh, let me go see the one where the lady's walking around a back room for an hour and a half. I'm like, I don't really understand. Oh, it's claustrophobic. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, I'm not into it. But it's an Obsession I might watch just because I heard a lot of good things about that. But people forget, like, when I was a kid, okay, and again, it might be the nostalgia thing. It might be because I'm 53 and I'm in that age bracket. But movies were like, when summer hit, not only did you get out of school, but you're like, fuck yeah, because movies were coming out. You're gonna get Superman, you're gonna get Star Wars, you're gonna get all these summer fun popcorn munching movies. And I just saw Mandalorian and Grogu. I liked it. It was like Star Wars sci-fi western. Was it perfect? No. Did I have a lot of issues? Yes, but it was fun. Was it season 4 kind of mishmashed into one movie? Yes, but I was still digging it and having fun with it. These movies are fun. I live in a world now where I have a lot of stuff I have to worry about. I have to worry about work. I have to worry about my daughter. I have to worry about dealing with my ex. I have to worry about, you know, bills. I want to go to movies sometimes and just watch He-Man, you know, and this world, and it transports you to another world. Is it perfect? No, but this, again, and I always say this on our streams, like when we're on the Action Elite, I was like, I'm nostalgic. Anytime something nostalgic kicks in, I'm like, I'm all there. I'm in. Like, just give me more of it, because it just reminds me of a time when I was happier, and like action movies when they do it and stuff like that. It's just a good time. I mean, the jokes, yes, Skeletor, like, a lot of people don't like the ending where, like, he's going into his mind and he's in the human resource. Listen, that part was funny. When he's
I thought that was funny.
He looked like he was Daryl from Human Resources. He's like, what is this place? He's like, HR. And it's just like, listen, I was laughing. That was funny. And then, like, they're in the gym and stuff like that. But just and the action, like, I wasn't expecting the action to be as visceral. Some of this stuff's brutal. Like, Man at Arms throws an axe into a guy, and I'm like, whoa, that just hit that guy, and he fell over. Was there blood spraying? No, but it's still like that.
Goatman, like, he broke off his thing and stabbed him.
Yeah, kicked him off the lava.
And his fight with Trapjaw at the beginning was kick the motherfucking ass. I'm like, he stabs him, and he's like, I'm looking at my daughter. I'm like, she's loving it though, but I'm like, this it was just kick ass. And then we go to Earth, and then I'm like, okay, here we go. This part has to be in here because this is 2026, and this is what we got to do. But it wasn't as bad. Like, I mean, his roommate, yeah, I was just like, I don't even know why that guy was written in there. He did nothing. He served nothing. He was pointless, and I'm just glad he was only in there for like 5 minutes. But some of it was fun. Like, I like when he goes into the store, he's asking the people, like, because the guy just texts him, like, I have your sword, you know? And so he goes into that collectible shop, and he's walking around. He's like, do you have my sword or whatever? So I'm like, listen, that was funny. I was kind of laughing. And then he tries to pull it out and knocks the statue over and stuff like that. So some parts were good on Earth. I was like, but as you said, J-Man, it's only like 15, 18 minutes, and then we go back to Eternia. And Nicholas Galatine, I don't even know, is that how you pronounce his name? I can't even pronounce his last name. But he's young and he just went all in. He's like, look, I'm excited to do this. I'm like, I didn't grow up with this character, but I wish I had, because this guy is like freaking awesome. And listen, the first time he pulls out his sword out of its sheath and he's holding it, and I was like, hair was sticking up. I'm getting goosebumps now just thinking about it. And then like when it happens, and then it happens again at the end. He pulls the sword out, and I was just like, oh, it's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again. And like, you know, and it's just, and the Snake Mountain, oh my god, it's such a good fight. He's just literally tearing ass all over the place. And it's just like you said, J-Man, he transforms and he's He-Man. Like, is he perfect at first? No, but it's a hero's journey. So we're going on this journey with him. And of course, the end is the culmination of it. And that's when he defeats Skeletor and everything. Man-at-Arms, his arc, I get it. Was it necessary? Probably not. But I got why they did it, and I wasn't a problem with it. I kind of like that part. Like, He-Man was the hero's journey. Man-at-Arms was the redemption. And Teela was like the bridge, like bringing them both. She was like, yeah, she was that safety net, you know, for both of them, which I thought was cool. And I love when they portray, because I remember when the first trailer came out and in him on his nameplate, and a certain stuntman that I won't talk about always comes at me with this woke argument. I'm like, do you understand what they're doing with this? I was just like, you know, like, shut up. But, and they did it. Like, you could tell Travis Knight was a fan. He's a fan. He loves He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. He did things. It was probably kind of like okay, I got to do it this way just because this is the world we're making it in now. If you ask him, he probably was like, you know what, if I had to, I probably would have left some of this out, but it's like, you know, he does what he does, you know, and stuff like that. But I was on board from the get-go. I didn't even think it, like, you said it was 2 hours and 20 minutes. I didn't feel it at all. I was just having a good time with it. I thought it moved pretty good. I mean, even the Earth stuff, you know, because then Beastman attacks, and, you know, that was kick-ass too. And I thought Teela was kick-ass in that scene because he hadn't become He-Man yet. So that was kind of like her heroic moment. Not that she didn't have any at the end. And the elephant in the room, Battle Cat. Yeah. I had fears.
Or the elephant not in the room.
Yeah. I had fears, and they were. Yes, it's true. It's like watching Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins, where he puts the mask on for 2 seconds. It's like, why couldn't you? Why couldn't Cringer transform into Battle Cat at the end when he transformed into He-Man again at the? The second time. And then he's having this kick-ass fight with Beastman, and they cut it, and I'm like, you know, and then Teela's fighting Evil, and that was cut short too, kind of.
That felt short too, yeah.
Yes, and I'm like, why aren't we getting? And then at the end, he's riding on Battle Cat, and then it ends with what you see in the trailer, and I'm like, we're probably, you know, are we going to get a sequel? I don't know, but I hope we do, because I want to see Battle Cat. So that was my biggest gripe. It's probably a nitpick if you think about it, but that was the biggest elephant in, or not in the room, as you mentioned it, because I wanted that, and I didn't get it. But it still didn't kill the movie for me, because what else I got with it was a ton of fun, and it was just like I said, I went with my daughter. She's a new generation, and I was able to introduce it to her, and she saw, and I like when she sees strong women like Teela, you know, and even his mom, you know, who was a strong female character. And it's like, people forget, like, you know, Ellen Ripley, you know, Sarah Connor, you know, it's like, it's like, I don't get where, like, people forgot throughout the years that there were strong female characters in movies and action movies. You know, Cynthia Rothrock, how many years has she been kicking ass in a martial art?
I don't think anyone's, they don't know those. Like, I understand. I'm with the crowd in a sense, like,
yes,
this movie has woke stuff in it, because Man-at-Arms is white and he's black. You can't ignore the fact that that is there, but
exactly,
you have to go with what is given to you at the end product. So let me give you an example. In the comics, let's use Batman, because that's an easy one. Okay. So does everyone know who killed Batman's parents in the comics?
Yep.
Do you want to say the name, Steve?
Joe Chill.
Okay, so put a pin in that one. Joe Chill. All right. It's like, does Batman reveal his identity to his girlfriends if he has them? No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Is Two-Face black?
Nope.
Uh-oh. Because that means Batman 89 is a trash movie. Change the comics because Joker killed the parents. That's wrong. So inaccurate to the comics. It's stupid because Batman gives his identity up to Vicky Vale. That's stupid. Or what's his face gives it up. That's dumb, right? And does Batman kill? No, but he kills in that movie. And they race swap Two-Face. So there's 4 super negatives. Like, we're talking super negatives. Comic inaccuracy, character inaccuracy with the killing of guys, right?
Yeah.
And race swapping. So that's a lot of inaccuracies. Is there anyone on this panel that doesn't like Batman 89? No, right?
No.
I love that movie.
So I saw it like 3 times in the theater.
Yeah.
So I think the point is this. Yes, that is actually stupid in Batman 89. There's a lot of dumb shit, actually. Like when Joker killed the parents, even as a kid, I was like, well, what the hell? That's not, is that what it was? No, he didn't kill his parents, did he? That's weird. Like even as a kid, I was 12 sitting there, I was like, that's not what happened. Like this is the same J-Man as now. That's not in the comics. It's like the same me that I am now. The fact that, hey, mom, that didn't happen in the comics. That's fake. It's like this is the fake version. But I loved it, right? So here's the thing. We can't pretend that it's not there. They race swapped them. They did stuff, but at the end of the day, when the movie is completed, do you feel that Man-at-Arms, like in that moment when he went to go fight Trapjaw, I was like, shit, this is fucking awesome. Like, when he's running up to go, I was like, oh, here we go. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't thinking, oh, they race swapped them. In that moment when you're watching it, you're not thinking about that, right? And when Joker kills the parents and he has the memory, you're like, oh shit, it was Joker. Oh, it's like you weren't like, afterwards you're like, oh, well, that didn't really happen in the comics, but in the moment it seemed okay, right? And Batman's killing people, and you never really thought too much about it. It's like he doesn't murder, like outright just murder somebody. He does in Batman Returns when he blows that guy up, but he does drop Joker, but you're like, well, it's the Joker. And you know what I mean? You kind of like compromised in your head a little bit. Even Batman Begins, which I think is like pretty much flawless. He does allow Ra's al Ghul to die at the end, which even in I love Batman Begins. I saw it 3 times in the theater, but I was like, why did you, he should have tried to save him. And then he fell, make up something. Like, I don't like that he says, I don't have to
been
save
like, oh
you.
wait, here, let me grab. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he could have tried. They could have written. That's my only smidgen gripe in Batman Begins, which is just like so irks me because otherwise I was like the whole movie was like, yeah, this is so good, and then it's like, no, just a little thing at the end, but whatever. So, anyways, we have to think that in the world there's going to be race swaps and there's going to be gender swaps. I think are worse. I don't really see any excuse to swap a gender because that usually results in a weird dynamic in the movie. A race swap in He-Man, if it's not acknowledged, like at no point in time does Man-at-Arms say, well, being a black guy is tough in Eternia. Like there's none of that. And I think when people say woke, that's what they're thinking in their heads. That is not in this movie. They never say the words toxic masculinity. They talk about muscles and they say, yeah, muscles aren't enough. It's not that they're saying you shouldn't have muscles. What they're saying is it's not enough. Like, yeah, He-Man, you're strong. But what makes you who you are is the fact that you're going to fight to save your family and you're going to protect the ones you love. That makes you a hero more than just having the muscles, because Skeletor's pretty ripped as well. Like all of the guys are like Spike, or everybody in that movie, just like the toys, is pretty buffed, right? Yeah. And all of the women have good bodies and, whatever. Like there's no fat slobs, like, except for Pig Boy, who's great to have Pig Boy in there or whatever. That was kind of fun. But he's Pig Boy. So you get what I'm saying. Like, Goatman's not just a big guy. It's like the biggest guy you can friggin' find, right? It's like this massive guy, right? So I think the messaging was okay. So my thing is that if you're going to do one of these woke things, you have to make sure you're doing it for the reason of making the movie better, or at least being the character, as opposed to completely random where it doesn't make any sense and you clearly did it to pat yourself on the back. I can't think of a quick example, but I'm sure if you give me a few minutes, I can think of something. But anyways, Dan, what did you know? What? Let's go to Steve. Let's go, Steven. So Steve, we didn't see this together. So usually we all go to these kinds of movies together, Sean and Steven and I and
Yep.
Owen and so life got in the way, everything got messed up. I ended up going for the first showing. I took the afternoon off of work and I went to go see the first showing, and it was pretty empty. Like there was maybe like 18 people or something like that. And I remember counting. That's why I came up with a number that sounds like it was like 18 to 20. I can't remember exactly. So I saw it by myself, and that's always weird because I have the tendency, despite what people say, is I have the tendency to be more positive when I'm alone because I'm just in the zone and I get excited because I want to like movies. Here's another thing that's a misconception. You think I want Supergirl to suck? I love Supergirl. I have 3 comic boxes of Supergirl comics. I have 2 statues. One statue was $300. The other one was $100. I love Supergirl. I collected the entire Peter David run as it was coming out. I have Peter David's signature on the first issue. I've been reading the current Supergirl. The issue just came out today. I'm caught up. I don't want Supergirl to suck, and I don't want to hate on it. I want to like it, right? So that's what they're not getting. I'm only reviewing what I see. Right before I went to go see Masters, our friend Owen from the Action Elite, who couldn't be here tonight, he had seen it. And he messaged me privately. He's like, you might not like this because there is a lot of dumb jokes. I was like, oh shit. So I was like, okay. I'm like, I got the warning. I'm like, thank you for the warning. So he's paying me back because I warned him Mandarin wasn't in Iron Man 3. So I sat down and I was prepared for it. And I was like, and while it was the first 20 minutes, like, yeah. Then it was like the jokes started hitting. I was like, ooh, these are not really funny at all. I'm like, oh man. I was like, oh no. But then slowly I was like, oh, it's getting pretty good. It's going up. It's going up. He became He-Man. I was like, shit, we still got like an hour and a bit. We got like an hour, 10, 15 minutes, and he's He-Man already. Like I think we had like maybe almost 90 minutes left and he's He-Man. I was like, shit, he's good. And then he stayed He-Man for a long time before they finally were able to knock him out. And then he had to re-say the power. He had to do the power again. So, and then the end credit scenes were awesome. So I ended up really liking it. So Steven, we didn't talk about it. We didn't get to go together. And I doubt Owen messaged you privately to tell you about He-Man because he probably thought you don't care. Yeah. So what did you think?
So I thought it was awesome. Like I am not giving it, I do admit there are problems, and there are problems, probably the same problems that you mentioned. It's too long. The jokes really didn't hit, most of them. I call them wah wah jokes because you want to go wah wah after everyone because they just don't hit. But like, you know, and the roommate just drove me nuts. I can't, you know, like I don't know. I watched Ready or Not 2, Here I Come, and the comic relief in that movie was a South Asian dude, and this one was I'm like, South Asian dudes are just comic relief now in movies. Like, why does this keep happening? But the movie, I mean, it started out the first 20 minutes, I agree, was awesome. And I was really like, I'm like, this is Man at Arms, man. This is his movie. But I knew he was going to go through the whole arc after he failed. And then he was going to be a drunk because he failed. And then it was telegraphed. So that didn't bother me as much because I knew that's what they were doing. I didn't really like it, but I'm like, okay, well, I understand at least what they're doing. I was shocked how much I liked Tila because I was expecting her to be a girl boss and for me to just like detest her in the movie, and that didn't happen. So I was pleasantly surprised at that, how like earnest she was and all that. Everyone else was fine. Like He-Man himself was awesome when he turned into He-Man. The audience cheered the first time, so that was very heartening. Except for the woman a few seats from me who was too busy having a conversation on her phone to care.
I would have told her to shut up.
Well, Steve was not with me, but I've kicked people out of their chairs.
That's how I am. Like nowadays, my daughter's like, shut up, Dad. Don't say anything. I'm like, no, I'm just saying. Yeah.
Steve was there for the I will rip your face off if you say another word.
Yes. Yes.
I turned around and said, the first time I told him to shut the F up. First I said, shut the fuck up, right? And then they kept whispering, and I turned around and I said, if you don't shut the fuck up, I will rip your face off. I said, go ahead. Steve was there for that, and he's like, the guy was like, okay, man, sorry. Like,
listen, I know, Steven, you're so tough, but not to take away, but because you mentioned it, I'm not rich. I pay a lot of money to go see these
Nope.
movies. I want to fucking watch them. I don't want to fucking listen to you. I'm fucking listening to them. So that's all I got. Yeah,
No, it's expensive.
I get
Go
pissed off. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like almost $30 for IMAX.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steve. Continue.
No, it's okay. No, it's expensive. It's expensive no matter if you want to see a premium format. It's expensive. So you're just being foolish. You're throwing money. You might as well go outside, take your money, light it on fire, because that's the equivalent to me. And they all left early. Yeah. Like it was a family of 4, and they all left early. So I don't know what the hell they were doing. I don't know why you would leave that movie unless you're just a moron. Jared Leto, Skeletor, great. I the redemption of Jared Leto, whatever. I mean, I'm not going to get into that, but like he was terrific as Skeletor. I do agree that I liked Meg Foster's Evil Lynn a little bit better than Allison Brie.
So do I agree too.
I thought she was weak. I thought she was a little weak too.
She was a little weak, and she just like Meg Foster has that very, very distinct look that is perfect for Evil Lynn. I was just like,
Meg Foster's gold. Meg Foster's gold.
Her eyes are a special effect. Everybody's always said that about her. It's the
she has great eyes. I liked everyone else. I was glad that like Trap Jaw and Tricops and that weren't just one-offs. Like they did appear continuously in the movie. I was impressed with how they all looked. You had the great fight at the end. They made fun of the names. I went, the problem I didn't have the problem with them making fun of names is they kept going back to it and they kept going on with it. Like, and
give him head and all that. It's like,
give him head. Like I'm just like, okay, guys, I think
I'm laughing now, so maybe it is funny.
Yeah.
But I liked Ram Man anyways.
Maybe I was wrong. I don't know.
The Earth stuff, I didn't care for other than the Beastman attack. I did think the boss was pretty funny, actually. I think she was a perfect representation of that.
Yeah.
And I did like him stealing the sword, and then the girl there's like, will you go on a date with me or whatever she said?
He runs out of the store. I thought it was funny. Because in the trailer, I was kind of like, ooh. But then when it was happening in the movie, I'm like, this is funny. He's funny.
It was really funny. Yeah. So overall, it was. I think a lot of people don't know how to react to this movie because they haven't seen a fun movie in a while, and they don't know how to react to it.
They're like, wait, what?
Great.
Fun? What's that word?
Yeah, it's fun.
I think people want to read the negative look, and I wonder why people want to read the negative stuff and don't want to give something a chance when they perceive negativity, because every movie sucks. Like every movie that comes out that's like this sucks. They kept mentioning, Thor Love and Thunder. No, this is 4 bazillion times better than Thor, because Thor sucks in that movie.
Yeah.
Here's what people are forgetting, and I've been sort of fighting on behalf of this movie because I liked it, but also because it's He-Man, and I want to sort of try to defend it in a logical way. He-Man wins on his own in all of his fights. Please remember this. Thor is a loser. He bumps his head. He falls over. He hits. I just watched Thor Ragnarok on the weekend. That has been removed from the rewatch list by my wife. She's like, we're done with this one. We're not watching this one anymore. It's brutal. And visually it's cool, but Thor's a complete idiot. And Valkyrie wins. Valkyrie continuously one-ups him. Yeah. Right? He's constantly torn down and beaten up and foolish and hitting stuff and getting shocked and falling over and shaking like an idiot. You're like, Prince Adam's transformation to He-Man, that initial action scene after the Trap Jaw battle when they're flying around, you got all of the guys, he's on the sky sled and everything. That's the learning curve scene. Mm-hmm. Once the learning curve scene happens, he's now good. I'm okay with one learning curve scene, right? He's like, I can't fly this goddamn thing, and then, he figures it out, right? And then he's grabbing the shit and throwing it. Okay, that's the learning curve scene. When is the Thor learning curve scene? Thor in part 3 and Thor in part 4. 1. Why does he... Awesome. And you know what? Thor 2 is underrated. That's actually a pretty awesome movie.
I know. Everybody does. Like, I didn't have a problem with Dark.
I did. When I saw it, I did. Then I watched it again. I was like, I was retarded. That was awesome. And I can be wrong sometimes. And I Thor 2 is awesome. And in Thor 3, that's the beginning of the stupidness. You're like, God, here we go. Everybody's an idiot, and they're arguing.
That's Taika Waititi or whatever.
Taika Waititi, who is suited for other films, but definitely not this one. And Valkyrie's the worst character in the entire universe of all film.
And why is he
of all film, not just an MCU.
Taiki
Yeah, why is he making a Dredd
Why
movie?
is he
Oh,
making a
God.
Dredd movie? I'm like, oh, why would you pick him to make a Dredd movie?
We're not, yeah. Like Dread 2012 is like a low key masterpiece. But anyways, yeah. So remember, He-Man wins.
Yeah.
If it was gonna be full on woke, Tila would constantly have to save him. She
Yeah.
doesn't save him in the end scene. She doesn't even save him with Trapjaw. She's hiding. Remember, Trapjaw's there. Man at Arms is scared of Trapjaw. He has like PTSD Trapjaw or post Trapjaw syndrome. I don't know. So, no, but well, actually, he does.
It's
right?
true,
That,
yeah.
that is what it is.
Mhm.
So he's scared of Trapjaw, right? And Tila's hiding. Tila is hiding her little cute butt behind that thing, and she's not doing shit. She's like, ooh. And she's like, He-Man, you got to try to get her out of here. We got to try to use the sword. She's sitting there yelling at the guy, right? To do something. And then He-Man, she doesn't come and save him. How many of you guys, be honest right now, how you thought she was going to jump from behind that and come over and slash? You thought for sure she's coming in for the save.
Actually, no.
Guaranteed. Right,
No,
Steve?
No, I didn't think she would, because I
Oh, you
said
didn't?
that this was a different kind of movie,
PTT.
and they kept they kept focusing on He-Man in the movie, and it seemed, it dawned on me. I'm like, Tila's going to be a complimentary character. She's going to be, the female lead, sure, but she's going to be a complimentary character. I got swept up in all the action scenes, and I stopped thinking about wokeness and all that stuff. I didn't even think of woke going into this thing, because if I thought it was woke walking in, I wouldn't have walked in. That's simple.
Yeah, he was Himdall as well. Yeah, you're right. You got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was orange, and he had yellow and thing armor. Yeah.
But I want to just make a note about like the negativity in that. I don't understand why anyone wants anything to be bad in anything. Like, think of it as this way: movie is an industry; it's a product. Think of any other product we walk into. You walk into a hotel, a restaurant, grocery store, whatever. You want the experience to be good. If you don't want to be good, you don't walk in. And you want everything to run smoothly, and you want everything to be right. It doesn't matter if you buy everything that's there in the store or use every service. You want the services to be good. And if they aren't, you're disappointed. It's the same as movies. You don't want movies to be bad. You don't have the money to see every single one. So you pick the ones that interest you.
Right.
But you want every single one of them that you pick to be good.
Yeah,
Go ahead, John.
I've never driven to a theater or like turned on my TV. Like I really hope this movie sucks. I really do.
Yeah,
I
like,
hate this movie. I hope it's
yeah,
a piece of shit. I hope it sucks. I hope there's no action in
Yeah,
it. I hope they totally
dude,
fucked it up.
these guys got to take a back seat for a second. I've got Supergirl iPhone wallpaper on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm pumped for Supergirl. I had
Exactly.
He-Man.
Do you have a little glimmer of hope that you might like it?
I have a glimmer of hope because I want to like stuff.
Right.
So that's why when I go alone, see, me and Sean are actually toxic, because if we go together, then we just feed off of our anger. It's like if
I like when Sean likes he writes his chapter.
right.
I'm like, how long does this go?
No, I love it. No, because Sean, what he does is he just waits. He waits for everyone to say stuff, and then he's like, "Let me just sum up all your shit into one." He should write.
Message.
He should write for. He's a much better. I'm a better talker. He's a much better writer to write, because when he writes out his songs, they're awesome. He's a good talker too.
Commando. Yeah,
he doesn't have the passion of the talking. His talking comes across more. I'm Kirk and he's Spock. Right? it's like his comes across a little bit more cold. So he can't get people on his side as much, but his writing is awesome. He should just write everything, because like his reviews are kick ass. But anyways, we'll feed off of each other. Like, I'll be like, that was stupid. He's like, yeah, that was stupid. Yeah, that was fucking really stupid. No, that was even more stupid. I think it's even more stupid than you thought it was stupid. And then
I agree with you 100%.
But when I go by myself, it's just me. So I'm like, I like this movie. So then I don't know what's going to happen with Sean if he goes by himself. That's why I really want Sean to go by himself on this, because I need to know what happens when we don't go together.
Listen, J-Man, like, I was sitting there with my daughter watching the movie, and I'm watching it. I'm like, man, because I was going to text you too. I was like, I I really hope he likes this movie because I get it. I get what they're doing, but like, I really wasn't sure if you're gonna. And then when you were like, I was like, yes, thank you, God. That's why I went there with Sean. Like when Sean sees it, like, because I think he's like the big Master of the Universe fan.
He's pretty big too. He doesn't have as much of the toys. Like in terms of money, I trump all you guys because I had 2 subscriptions to Master of the Universe Classics from Mattel, and then at some point I was buying 3 or 4 of each figure. So I have like
I had them when I was a kid. I had them all. I had
them all as well
as
a kid.
When I was a kid. Yeah. I didn't have room in my room.
Hey, Jim Jims. And hey, Angry Gamer. There's going to be there might or may not be like this movie's going to bomb. Yeah. Well, okay. So all right, Dan. Let's let Dan give us thing that we can go to general talk after that. So Dan, so you saw it last because you're a fake fan. No, I'm just joking.
Wait, I saw all the shit he bought at the theater.
He a lot of stuff. Okay, so
I just got
you could buy.
Listen, this guy. Every time we do a stream, I fucking hate him because look at the.
Yeah, I know about this. Well,
I love you too, John.
I love you too.
I bought
it's all in good fun. I get it. I listen. Like I said, I went to Walmart today to pick up my child's meds. I was like, run. I was like, no. I was like.
Does she really need them though?
Yeah, right. She's not in that much pain, is she?
She's not in that much. Listen, this is a time to teach your daughter. Let's walk it off. There's pain in life, and you've got to fight.
Like, rub some dirt on it. There you go. You'll be fine. It's okay. All right, Dan.
You've got to fight through it. Okay, fight through it because I need to buy GI Joes. Okay, go ahead, Dan.
Yeah. Overall, I love the movie. I would probably do 9 out of 10.
Right.
The roommate did not need to be there.
Nope.
I mean, I guess they had
That's
to give
a general
him
consensus. We're all
everyone.
I guess they had to give him an Earth friend. I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole work thing. It was funny. They were making fun of, I guess what people conceive, as modern, America and stuff nowadays and stuff.
Right.
But the best part of it was when Beastman and Tila showed up. I thought.
Yeah.
I love Tila. I thought that the actress did a great job. Again, and it's like Al is saying in the comments here, there is just, I don't know why, that seems like Hollywood wants to talk down, make fun of, belittle us as an audience. Well, granted, there's a lot of people that's in the fans and audience that are just as bad about saying things as well that don't need to be said. Right. But this movie doesn't do that. I didn't feel, and I've seen some people that claim to be, real quick, we'll mention the fake fan thing, J-Man.
Yeah,
a couple of people that claim to be Master Universe experts and fans who say this is the wokest thing they've ever saw. They hate it. They'll never see it again. They're selling all their toys. I'm like, did you watch the same movie that I watched?
I sometimes get that in the positive and negative. Like when I love something and people hate it, or when I hate it and people love it. Same thing. I'm like, did we see what happened here? Like, how are we so far apart? Hey, Joe Dog, how's it going, buddy?
I never one time felt that we as fans were being made fun of. Yes, they were poking at the property because the 80s cartoon is goofy but yet sincere. And I get what they were doing with the names. I kind of like the idea that Adam was the one that named these characters, that gave them their nicknames.
That's a great idea.
I thought that was nice too. Yeah, that was a good
yeah, Nick did great as He-Man. I love the first transformation where you actually see his body get larger to become He-Man. No,
he wasn't big enough though. He wasn't big enough. He needed
more muscle.
He needed muscle.
It's fine.
I know.
With Idris is a great actor. And I think he did a great job as Man-at-Arms. His rivalry with Trapjaw was unexpected by me, and I loved every minute of it.
And they are paired against each other. The CGI, I don't know if you guys have watched the CGI Netflix one, which I recommend watching because it's fun, but everyone's paired off. So Beastman is against Battlecat.
Yep.
Cronus, Duncan, Trapjaw. It's the 2 tech guys.
Yep.
It's the 2 beast guys.
Yep.
It's Tila, who's the sorceress in this cartoon. She's the sorceress. So her versus Evelyn, He-Man, and Skeletor. So they actually got guys to go against each other. So they paired that up in the movie. Yeah.
Yep. But I never, again, the race swap thing doesn't bother me, and it's because this movie, they didn't beat you over the head with it, like you said, Jay, man. It wasn't forefront. It's not important, really. it's,
Yeah, he didn't say, oh, I was treated differently on Eternia because of my skin color, so I had to prove to be Man at Arms. He didn't say anything. It's just a black guy, and nobody says anything about it. And the movie continues as though it could say, if you watch it in black and white, it'd be the same dialogue as if you watched it in color. You can't tell the difference.
But and not that real quick, like it's Idris Elba. I'm like, they got Idris Elba to be in this movie and play Man at Arms.
That's pretty cool.
And that's how I looked at it. I was like, okay, yeah, he's a black guy. Okay. Get over it. I'm like,
Billy D. Williams was Two-Face. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm watching this great actor play Man at Arms in a live action. That's how I looked at it. So,
and I mean, playing the character of Man at Arms, I think he did a great job. He was probably the best actor who auditioned for the part, and he just happens to be black. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't think they went out there and said, okay, we've got to have a black character. Ram Man is Asian. I mean,
nobody really talks. Nobody really mentioned that.
Nobody mentions it. Nobody.
Well, like he had the helmet on. It's like, it's kind of hard to see.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't care.
He had the mustache though, but but you get a sumo. Actually, Ram Man would be more like a big, wide sumo kind of guy, right? And I watch sumo wrestling, so.
Most of the jokes didn't bother me. I chuckled at most of them. The Fisto, like I said, do it twice, you're done. Yeah. It doesn't really need to be done more than twice, really. I loved that Battlecat or Cringer talked. I kind of wish his voice would have deepened just a little bit when he got older. He still kind of had the kid voice when he was grown Cringer, later in the movie. And I do love he mentioned maybe later on I'll get armor. He's like, yeah, I want armor next time,
Right.
But there was just so much sincerity, I think, in this movie, so much warmth in this movie, and it was about power and what to do with it. When he is fighting Skeletor and Evil Lyn and he shoots the power back and inadvertently kills his father, automatically thought of the Problem with Power episode. I think that's what they were maybe referencing. That is his wake-up call, is like, oh, crap, force isn't always the answer.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Exactly. Right. Unfortunately, I killed my father. And he learns from that. And then that's at the end of the film. Skeletor's like, you don't even know what to do with it. You don't even know how to use it. He's like, oh, no, I know how to use it. I just have chosen not to use it. Boom. Throws it, he's like, I've been holding back.
That last, when he's like,
I know, he's like boxing him. I'm like,
you basically get like Thunder Punch He-Man moment.
Dude, I said Thunder Punch He-Man. I was like, it's Thunder Punch He-Man.
Yeah, Thunder Punch He-Man, basically.
We just read those comics too.
That's how you know Travis Knight is a fan. It's like,
he put Thunder Punch
he
He-Man.
Knows, like, we're gonna be like,
I love the 87 references. Dolph's cameo was amazing.
Good journey. He did the good journey.
I have a thought about that, but
I wish it would have been King Grayskull. But anyway,
I took my younger. Well, I say younger, but only 5 years difference. He's 40, but he's like, dude, 87. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? 87. Yeah. He's like, Dolph's there. He immediately called out Karg. He's like, what the hell is that, Karg? I didn't expect him to be in here. Evil Lyn, I liked what she done. It's different than Meg, but I always lean more toward Meg. But I like what she done with the character in this movie. I love that. I don't know. Maybe you can explain this to me. Skeletor, when he touches them, it's almost like he's burning them or infecting them. I don't know if that's just supposed to be his evil.
It's just, maybe it's havoc energy or something.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool touch that they just added that little touch. If you didn't pay attention, you probably didn't catch it.
Yeah, he has havoc power in the CGI Netflix one.
Netflix series, so maybe that's what it was. The havoc coming out, maybe. Yeah. But no, overall, I did love this movie. I thought it was a really good interpretation of the 80s cartoon. I thought the costumes looked amazing. The actors did a great job. When the end of the film, when Adam was running away to change in secret, the original theme kicks in, and that got me. My brother looked at me. He's like, "You okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I was like, "It just got me."
We all did the laugh.
It just got me, and I love the little Orko moral at the end. I thought that was so cool. And then the other teasers and stuff, that maybe if we get
in front of the fright zone.
Dude, I love the comic store was called the Fright Zone. My brother caught that. He's like, dude, it's the Fright Zone. I'm like, yep. I was like, it is.
And she was standing in front of the Filmation Fright Zone, not that. I mean, the place that's okay, I suppose, but it's kind of crummy. Not the crummy Fright Zone, the real, the kick-ass Fright Zone.
Kick-ass one, yeah. Other than a couple of the jokes, like the one of the Skeletor when he's in He-Man's mind talking about the sword between his, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Whatever. You know, they made Evil Lynn maybe a little thirsty for He-Man a couple of times in the movie. You know, but like you guys were saying about Tila, she never talked down to Adam. Even she was angry at her dad because of she's seen him go down, become a drunk.
Yeah.
She knew he was better than that. So she got a little angry with him sometimes, but she never talked down to Adam. She never talked down to him. And she told him, I missed you. I thought about you every day for the past 15 years. Like, I missed you. Like, there was sincerity and care between those characters. I just
he read her he actually read the packaging out too. He's like, "You're a Mechanic, the heroic human periscope," or whatever. He was reading out the back of their packagings, and then said, "Oh, you're the warrior goddess," and all that. And people are getting upset. This, "Oh, you called yourself He-Man." They kind of like poke fun out of it, but they don't. They laugh at it first. They laugh at it for a second. It's like, "Oh, that's a kid's thought," but then they're like, "Yeah, you're He-Man." Okay, you're He-Man. That's why I'm saying. Remember, at the end of the Thor movies, Thor's still a joke.
Yeah.
Because he's been a joke this entire movie. At the end of the He-Man movie, they're like, "Yeah, that's He-Man," and he's like, "Well, he's going to go off the change. That's cool." I want go ahead, finish your.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, just real quick. Yeah, and then when Skeletor, of course, does the projection for like 87 and says basically, "You come to me, give me the sword, or your parents will die." Right. He goes off in anger, and Taylor's like, well, "Okay, we'll follow you. We'll be there with you."
Right.
And and like you guys were saying about the runtime, I read something that Travis Knight said actually it was 3 hours. He had to cut it down to get it to the 220. So
they're
maybe
talking about releasing the full cut of it.
Yeah, so maybe some of the
I'd watch it.
Yeah,
Tila and Evil Lynn might have got cut out a little bit to make that runtime a little shorter. Maybe, I don't know.
And there might be more stuff on Earth too, so that's the other caveat. You got to be careful what you wish for. You might get more.
That's true
Earth
too. It could be more Earth stuff. But overall, I love this movie. I think it's a great. I think people need to go see it. Don't listen to the critics. Don't listen to all these people that's trying to toxic mask bullshit. It's not there. It's actually against that stuff. It's going against that stuff, and I think that's why people don't like it. I think that's why a lot of critics and people are just not liking it because it's not their agenda. It's not what they want, whatever, and it's sad because this is a great film that I think families can go see. Whether you know He-Man or not, take the kids to watch this movie. Yeah, the jokes, but most kids probably won't even think about it.
Right.
It's a great family movie. It's a great adventure film. Go see. It's probably one of the best films of 2026, and we're just in June right now.
Right. I want to point out something too, that Critical Drinker loved the movie.
Yep.
And so did Red Letter Media.
Yep.
So and those guys hate everything.
Yep.
They really do.
So what is happening here? When I saw Critical, I was like, oh God. I don't watch any of these channels. So I'm not promoting or telling you not to watch. You do what you want. Yeah. I don't watch any reviewers. I don't watch. I know there's what's the red background guy? Vaughn. Oh no, it's on something on. Jeremy Johns.
Oh,
Jeremy Johns.
Oh yeah.
Red background guy. So I don't watch any of them. I see them come up in my thing, and I don't watch any reviews because I don't care. It's always on me. I love movies that everyone hates, and I hate movies that everyone loves. And sometimes I'm with the crowd. Everyone loved Top Gun Maverick. Me too. Sometimes I'm against the crowd. Right? Everyone hates Wonder Woman 84. I love it. Sometimes I love the movie and everyone hates it. Sometimes I hate the movie and everyone loves it. Sometimes I'm in the middle. Sometimes I change my mind. I'll watch it again. Iron Man 3, I have a more appreciation for it now. I despised it before, and I've watched it like 2 or 3 times. So things can change. I'm not locked in for life on an opinion, and I can admit that I make a mistake and I'm wrong. And if I see something wrong or I interpret it wrong, then you can tell me and say, no, you kind of missed that because this is what's happening. So that's all I'm doing for this He-Man movie. I'm just saying there's no woke stuff. Critical Drinker, who is the woke whatever master, confirmed. He's like, no, there's no toxic masculinity stuff at all. That was just the director. Some of these people just talk out of their ass. Like they just say stuff. You're like, why are you saying these talking points? Like, don't say anything. Just let the movie play. Okay. So Dan, while you're talking, the Earth parts, the roommate. What about this? Nerdrotic wasn't a fan of He-Man. Him versus Critical Drinker. Who do you got? Who do you got, Joe Dog? Who do you trust more, Critical Drinker or Nerdrotic? The answer is you trust me. But between those two, what if the roommate was super excited? He's like, dude, we got to find that sword. Like, I think it would have been better to have the guy be as equally excited and have him be a true friend. Like, I think Adam, I think it would have been cooler because it would be like, dude, I think we found your sword. He'll come back and it's like, I got a bunch of swords. Are these it? It's like, he can say like, dude, you're buying every sword in the neighborhood. It's like, these aren't the swords. I gave you a picture. So this kind of looks like, it's like,
they should have had him get like a budget, like they should have had like Conan's sword and then Snake Eyes sword. How about this one? It's like, how about this one?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. It's like Snake Eyes sword's like, that's literally black and it's a katana. It's like it kind of looks like your sword. He's like, it doesn't look anything like it.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I just made that up right now. But again, it's like, and then so check this out, John. I just made that idea, and then you added a nerd element to it by saying, oh, what if it was Conan's sword? What if it was, and he had, or and then that would have been something fun for the audience. It's like all the cool famous swords, right? You could have had the 3-layered sword from friggin' Sword of the Sorcerer. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
So it's a missed opportunity to go for something generic to make fun. So it is another way to make fun of Adam, to show how lame he is. But I actually think had they made the roommate really excited, that would have actually made him a better character. And people would be like, I like this guy. Anytime, here, you know why you guys like Tila? Here's why you like Tila. Because she likes He-Man. He-Man is the star. It's He-Man's movie. So this is Hulk Hogan. This is Wrestling 101. Hulk Hogan is the baby face of the company. Yep. So if King Kong Bundy comes over and starts smashing him and slamming him, King Kong Bundy is bad. When does Andre the Giant turn bad? The moment he turns against Hogan, because now he's the bad guy. Yep. If someone likes Hogan, you automatically like them. Macho Man was a bad guy for so long. They teamed up a couple of times. He helped him in that tournament thing. All of a sudden, Macho Man's the Mega Powers. You're like, wait, when did this happen? If you watch wrestling, you're like, what? Wait a minute, Macho Man was a heel. How did this even happen? Because he went with Hogan. And then Macho Man goes up in status. Same with Ultimate Warrior, who goes up in status. This is how you do these things. If someone comes out and starts saying, "Oh, Adam, you're a loser and I hate you," it's like, okay, F you. I don't like you. It's like, That's my problem with my good friend Superman. Same thing. The Justice Society, or whatever they're called, the Justice Gang doesn't respect Superman. So it's like, oh, okay. Right? Like automatically, like Mr. Trivia's like, yeah. Like Superman's like, oh, we should try to help the creature. It's like, You're like, you just gave him, you just double talk Superman and gave him the eye. Like, what the hell? Who are you? Right? Like, you're not Superman. Like, that's what I'm saying. Tila didn't do that. She's like, thank God we found you, Adam. She's protecting him. We got to get back really fast. Adam, say the power. You got to get the power. We need your help, Adam. We need your help. You got to get this. You got this. You could do it. You could do it. She's constantly cheerleading for him. Mm-hmm. That makes you like her because she's helping the hero. Now, Man-at-Arms is helping him in a different way, giving him some lessons, but then, Man-at-Arms has a different character arc. And anyone against He-Man, you don't like, and especially if they're dicks to him. So that roommate was being kind of like an ass a bit. It's like, oh, yeah, because people think you're crazy and all that. It's like, okay, but do you think the question was never answered. Do you think I'm crazy? We're friends, we're roommates. Do you not believe me? The roommate, we don't know. So that's why you're kind of like, this guy, I don't need this guy. But if the roommate was for him and supporting him, then you'd be like, I like this guy. See, when Lubick joins them at the end and is fighting alongside, you're like, yeah, like you're like, yeah, Lubick's and then he's like, Lubick takes pot shots at Lubick, and he's like blowing them away. You're like, yeah, and then he stays. You're like, this guy's awesome. I like Lubick. But before that, he was a complete dick. He's like dicking the guys around and all of that, right? But then you warmed up to him because he joined. So maybe the roommate can redeem himself in the next ones. By I don't know if he'll be in them, whatever. But the Justice Gang doesn't respect America. Rachel, I have a life-size. You have a life-size Rachel Ziegler chin full card tattoo. Here's surgery. What? Okay, that was Al saying the thing. Yeah. So I mean, okay. So that was one point. I want to say the people that say they're making fun. This is to address some of the negativity. Making fun of the names. The problem is that people in real life make fun of them. Like I'm on several He-Man Facebook groups and these stupid things pop up all the time. Right. So it's like, and I've seen other people saying, oh, why are you taking this movie so seriously when it has guys named like Fisto and Ramen? And it's like, see, you're making fun of it right now. And then you're angry that the movie addressed the idea that people make fun of it. So you can't have that both ways. I never made fun of their names ever. Not ever in a post or meme or ever. I never say I love Fisto. I had him in Stridor, and I still have my Stridor, and I still have my Fisto who's right there. And I loved him. And Jitsu's awesome. He's the guy who fights him, right? I love Fisto. I thought he was awesome. I didn't think it was a stupid name at all. I still don't think it was like Fisto. Okay, he's got a big fist. It fits the He-Man naming pattern, right? Like, I don't think that's a bad name. Ram Man. Yeah, he rams shit. That's awesome. Like, I like Ram Man. Not as a joke. He's like the best character in the cartoon. He's super funny. And he's a good, noble friend who's there to help you, and he'll smash stuff if you need it. I love Ram. I don't think it's a stupid name. I think he's awesome. So I don't think it's stupid. You think it's stupid, but now you're getting angry at the movie for addressing its stupidity when you yourself make fun of it constantly. So you're allowed to make fun of it, but a movie addressing that can't do that, even though at the end they accept their names, thus saying it's okay. Like, he's just going to be called Fisto from now on. So people have a double standard, so that pisses me off. The Dolph cameo, he should have just been King Grayskull. What the shit?
He should have been like, remember at the beginning, like when he was talking, like Nicholas Galitzine was voiceover and he was explaining, that should have been Dolph Lundgren instead of the CGI, with the sword. Like, that would have been a cool thing to do with Dolph Lundgren. I mean, it's not like, yeah, I get it. He passed the torch to him. Good journey. I get it. But it was a weak cameo. I just thought with Dolph.
Yeah, it was a weak cameo compared to what we thought we would get at. But he did say good journey.
Better. We could have got better. And I always admit we could have got better. So it's
okay, so we got your post-credit stuff. Yeah, I mean,
and that last post credit was a total another homage to 87.
To 87, yeah, of course.
He just didn't pop out the water,
and a little bit of Flash Gordon too.
Yep.
Yes. There's so much Flash Gordon.
There was. Brian May worked on the score. I mean, come on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And then when he gets on, he starts flying around. I'm like,
we even get some Highlander.
Got Highlander in there. So you know what I did? You know what? The next movie I watched was Highlander 1.
Was it?
Because I heard this song, I was like, I don't watch Highlander no more. I literally threw that on that week. That Saturday, I watched Highlander. And I'm going to watch Highlander 2 this weekend because it's awesome. So that was awesome. Yeah, She-Ra at the end, that was kind of cool. So one thing that Owen pointed out as well is that the music.
Owen was pissed about the music.
We didn't have any of the Eternian music until the very end. Mm-hmm. The soundtrack we did get, I thought, was very, very good. However, I wish there was slight more differential themes. Like, there wasn't really a distinction between the evil team, like Skeletor's themes. I don't even know if Skeletor had a theme. I'd have to watch it again. I felt like it was consistently cool music, but consistent, not different. I don't know if you guys know who, I know Steven knows, if you know who Alejandro Jodorowsky is. Do you know who Alejandro Jodorowsky is?
I might.
No.
I don't know.
No. Okay. So okay. First of all, write this down. This is homework for you. Watch Jodorowsky's J-O-D. Jodorowsky's Dune.
Okay.
If you watch that movie, you're going to absolutely question everything you've ever loved, because it's all from Dune. Like Raiders of the Lost Ark, Terminator, Alien, what else, Steve? Like Predator. Everything is his idea. He wanted to make Dune in the early 70s. He wanted to make a Dune movie. He assembled the most H.R. Giger. He found Ben, what's his face? Dan O'Bannon.
Yeah.
Everybody, he assembled this team that is fucking unbelievable. And then the movie never got made. So guess what? Everything that they worked on in that movie, they took with them. So every movie that they made after that, Raiders of the Lost Ark, the entire goddamn ending is storyboarded.
Yeah,
from this movie. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You're going to question your whole life. You're going to be like, what the hell? The Terminator walking around with the POV and doing everything, that is storyboarded from Dune. Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be one of the training bots. Everything. Giger took all the designs, throw it up to Alien. Dude, you're gonna be you will be just every movie you love is and Jodorowsky's like they're like, oh, we can't do this. He's like, I'll make it 3 parts. He goes, I'll do episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. They're like, no, we don't want that. That's stupid. And then guess what comes out later? Star Wars, and does it. It's unbelievable, dude. You need to watch it, I promise you. It's gonna open your eyes. Like, so Jodorowsky's Dune, and I own every movie he's used to work with. Mobius. Okay. Mobius designed the Masters of the Universe 87 costumes, right? His drawings are fucking from Dune. Dude, it's like, oh, that's from Dune. Like, it's unbelievable. Even if you just Google it, you'll be like, oh, that's the He-Man movie. Everything you ever loved came from this guy. It's actually a very sad story because he got Pink Floyd. So his idea was every faction in Dune had music by a different composer. Not one composer for the whole movie. Everybody, he got like 4, like whatever House Atreides, Harkonnen, like as you guys know Dune now, you know the Dune stuff.
His cast was crazy. He had Salvador Dali.
Yeah, Mick Jagger was going to be like he had them lined up. He had Orson Welles as Harkonnen. Orson Welles was going to play Baron. He had him lined up. He went to where Orson Welles ate. He went to where Orson Welles' restaurant, and he's like, and Orson Welles like, I don't eat in any other restaurant but here. He's like, I will buy the chef so that you eat. He bought the chef. He's like, I will buy your chef from this restaurant to cook specifically just for you during this movie. This guy's literally insane, but he did it, and then it went nowhere. He had a 350-page story outline of all the storyboards. And the book is like this thick, and it went nowhere. So anyways, I'm sorry. I spent too long on this, but please, I can't. Guys, I'm telling you, you're going to, John, for sure, because you're a nerd for this stuff. Dan, you know all these things. You're going to be like your eyes are like, Contact, the entire beginning of Contact is stolen from Dune. The whole beginning is literally stolen from Dune. It's like 5 minutes. The whole thing is stolen. They showed it. They go, so here's my book. Look, here's Contact.
So
it's
basically,
like,
you're saying my whole childhood was a lie because it came from this guy. Everybody's a rip-off artist.
No. They're not a rip-off. It's his team. They kept what they did. Like Dan O'Bannon designed stuff, so he took what he designed and didn't want to lose it, so he put it for Alien. That's what I'm saying. Nobody ripped it off. His stuff, all of his team split up. So Geiger and Bannon went together. They're like, oh, we're gonna do this Alien thing. You got cool designs. Let's use some of these. So that's what happened. Chris Foster does all the sci-fi covers. He designed all the ships. You're like, what the hell? It's
so this guy's Dune was gonna have xenomorphs in it. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, no, he did. So all the Harkonnen stuff was designed. So like you got to watch. I promise you, Jodorowsky's Dune. I promise you. I'll give you my promise on this. Watch. It's awesome. Yeah, Mobius. He got Mobius. It's awesome. Anyways, okay. So that was that. So the music, it didn't bother me except for the fact. My point was that he got different composers. Now I know nobody's going to do that because that's kind of physically. Even though this guy did it in the early 70s, he actually had them all lined up. I know that's not going to happen in today's market. You hire one guy, you hire Hans Zimmer, and then he does the score.
But Owen brought up a good point, where it's like, why couldn't they play? Like, why did they wait till the? Like, he's totally right. Like, why not play it earlier? Like, why? Maybe for dramatic effect. I don't know. That's the only thing I could have thought of. But yeah,
they should have played it. There's no excuse for it.
I think it took a point off just for that aspect alone. But I get it. He's the music guy, so he which we all are. But Owen, like, he's got like this personal space, for scores, which and if they, just them doing that one little thing, where to me it's like, well, that sucks, but it's like detrimental, which I get. I totally get, because there's certain things that's detrimental to me and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like, why couldn't you just put that earlier in the movie when he transformed the first time? It's like, and then, it's like played it a little bit more, because obviously you had it in there to pay homage. So why not pay homage and do
the second time? Like the first time he became He-Man, that's the discovery of the power. So he's not He-Man yet, so you don't play the music. But in the second time, the second time when because he gets nailed. Like once he gets knocked out and he loses the power, then he has to get it again. Wait to say I have the power again. You could have played it then. Yeah, surely you could have played it then. Howard Shore, yeah, who's got play should play during the transformation. Yes, I can never pronounce the name.
He played a little bit during his final fight with Skeletor at the end too. They
come on,
Yeah.
something there too.
But Critical Drinker liked it, so that's shocking. Which actually kind of gives me a little bit of hope for that guy's review. I don't always agree with him. From what people say, I've never fully. This was the first time I actually sat and watched his full review because I was like, let me hear what he actually has to say. And Red Letter Media, I haven't watched any of their reviews since Rogue One. They didn't like Rogue One, but they liked Force Awakens, so that's wrong.
Yeah.
That's just flat out wrong.
Yeah. I did like the review because they point out old action figures. So the He-Man review,
that's not an opinion. They're wrong.
yeah.
Like the Force Awakens is a remake of Episode 4. It's a disgusting piece of garbage. It's unbelievable. They ripped off. If I made that movie, I would have been sued. So they would have been like, you just copied Star Wars. Well, no, I didn't. It's like you literally copied it. Rogue One is a very cool movie.
Oh, I love Rogue One.
That has an awesome ending, and it you can play it in between, and it still kind of makes sense. It didn't ruin anything.
I had so many arguments with people because like they were dissing on Donnie Yen's fight with the stormtrooper, saying, "Oh, this is technically impossible. This cannot happen this way." Because I'm like, "Will you shut the fuck up? It's Donnie Yen."
I'm with you on that. I can't say negative stuff about Donnie Yen. That's fake.
I'm like, "Shut up, please."
Yeah, I'm nowhere near a Star Wars expert, but as far as the Donnie Yen stuff goes, like, what's it matter? It's him.
It's Donnie Yen. So no.
Come on,
Donnie Yen's got the get out of jail free card. There's a Dolph, JCVD, Donnie Yen, Jet Li. Like these guys got the get out of jail free card. If they show up, they're awesome. Jackie Chan has it. Like there's I didn't issue that many, but they're out there. So they just like whoosh the J-Man card. It's like, oh yep, shit. You're good. No matter what you do, you're the JCVD cannot do any wrong.
When it goes to reviews, just real quick, J-Man, before you go to the next thing, as you know, I'm probably the one website that writes the least amount of reviews. One, because I don't have time and I'm always tired, and two, I just write reviews because I'm like, if I really believe in a movie, I write a review for it because I want to promote it. Like people say, why don't you write bad reviews? I have written bad reviews. But I just find it where I don't have a lot of time. I'd rather just write my good reviews and ask me if I didn't like a movie. I'll tell you why I didn't like a movie. But don't listen to I don't listen to anybody. Like you, J-Man, same thing. I could care that's why I hear these people talk about Rotten Tomatoes. Everybody why would you listen to what all these people that you don't know think about a movie? Right. It's like go see it for yourself and see what you think. That's why I'll even say it in my review sometime. I'll be like, go see it. So, this is just me talking about it because I liked it, and this is why I liked it, or this is why I didn't like it. But at the end of the day, if you're listening to me, don't be a follower. It's like go out and do it yourself and watch it. It's like that's why
unfortunately it's how people are. They go there's so many people that 100% go by what Rotten Tomatoes says. That's what the industry. Unfortunately, that's what the industry goes by a lot of times. It's like, oh well, it's got blah blah blah, so it's not worth watching. It's like,
it's not going to have staying power because it's only at 65%. I'm like, who gives a fucking
make
shit
your own judgment, make your own opinion. Don't like you said, don't be a follower. Make your own. They have their opinions. They're paid for their opinions.
Yes.
Just go see it for yourself before you judge it, and then if you don't like it, you don't like it. But don't base your not liking it or liking it on what they say.
Mm-hmm. I'm okay. Yeah, and if they don't want to go see it, that's okay too. You don't have to go see everything. It's your money. Don't go see it.
Yeah.
But if you were excited about it and then Rotten Tomatoes told you not to go, I don't agree with that. I agree with you saw the trailer yourself and you weren't interested. I agree with that. You saw the trailer and you were interested. I agree with that. I don't agree with this looked interesting to me, but Rotten Tomatoes said it sucks, so now I'm not going.
Yeah.
No, it looked interesting to you, so go. And if you think it doesn't look good, and Rotten Tomatoes says it's good, then you don't have to go. It's like, Rotten Tomatoes says it's good, so I better go. No, you didn't think you wanted to go see it, so don't go see it. That's the end of it. You got to do what you, and listen, nobody should ever team up with me on anything. You can team up with me in certain movies like this, but not in general, because I'm going to have weird things. Like all of us, I'll throw something out of completely, like I love Highlander 2, not jokingly. Like I love it. I think it's awesome. Like I think it's equal to part one. Yeah. I love it. I don't care.
Is it equal to part one, though?
Yes, in my opinion, I love it. I love both. I don't care. That's what I'm saying.
I like all of the movies. So
I do like them all.
I
But-
would listen. Total respect. I wouldn't go that far, but
No, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Don't team up with me because I will have a thing where it's like you're like, yeah, I'm with you, J-Man. Oh wait, I'm not with you on that. So, and Steve knows this. Like, don't team up with me. I'm completely alone. Like, I'll sit there and I'll be like, that was awesome. And it's like, really, that was the worst movie ever. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. So, because in my mind, I fabricate my own little world. But here's the thing, and I think this is something unique that people didn't have. Is like, I think because I was alone for a lot of my fandom. Like, there's my family, and then there's me, and like we do not interconnect. Like, none of this. Like, everybody else's houses are just all like regular houses. They might have a PlayStation or something, right? But like. I was like the super fanboy nerd for all this stuff. It's like, oh, when's Jay gonna grow out of getting those He-Mans? Apparently not yet, because I just bought one last week. So apparently that hasn't happened yet. So when you're alone that way, you just learn to not care. It's like, oh, so this is why sometimes I'll come across stronger too. Like I'll be like, no, I don't like this, or this is you don't know what you're talking about. Now everyone wants to be a nerd. It's like, no, you got to pay your dues. I'm sorry. I'm a metal guy too. You can't wear a Metallica shirt and you can't name a song. Get out of here. Mm-hmm. I hate this poser shit. If you don't know, then ask me. I said this in my video. You know what? I love to be asked. If you say, what should I do, Jay? Oh, I will talk your ear off. You tell me, you name a comic character and I'll tell you what to read. It'll be super exciting. And people then don't want to ask me because they're like, oh man, he's going to give me too much information. So I've learned to try to back my information a bit. Our buddy, who we don't name on streams, Steve knows what I'm talking about. If you ask him, you're going to have a 2 to 3 hour conversation. If you say, what Superman comic should I read? You better sit down for 2 hours before he explains everything. So, and that's the thing. So only later, after my formative years, did I meet other people, and then we became nerds together, and we kind of moved forward that way. Sean and Steven they're newer friends in my idea, even though it's been 25 years or something. We've been friends for Steven and I have been friends with. Steven's a new friend. Isn't that weird, Steve?
27 years, man.
27 years. You're a new friend. Because my old friends are like,
Steven still got best friend baby teeth. He's got to get rid of.
He's got the baby teeth. Like my friend whose also name is Jay. We've been friends since kindergarten. We're still messaging now. We're messaging today. Oh, did you see that? Did you see Steve Baskin destroy that Oz Perlman guy? That was awesome. It's like we're still messaging. No, well, that's a different thing. But yeah, so we're still messaging. We're friends. We've been friends for like 40 years, right? So it's like, and like, contact every day. Not we lost touch, like never lost touch. Well, and he doesn't even like any. He's not gonna watch He-Man. He doesn't care. He has zero interest in this, and this is my oldest friend. But we like sci-fi and nerdy stuff, right? So, anyways, but yeah, I think people need to get a bit of a backbone. And even if I say something, see, John never backs down from me, right? And Steven doesn't. Adam, Dan, we haven't had disagreements, but like there's no backing down. And I don't want you to back down, because if you back down, then I don't want to win I don't want to win in that way. I want to see if you care.
There's a difference. I respect your decision. I don't agree with it, but I respect your decision.
And you care. Yeah. I'm not going to name names, but there's someone from our past, which I can name after to Stephen, who will know. There's someone, it's a lady YouTuber. She loves Batman versus Superman, and she still loves it. Mm-hmm. Like, with all the people who left, all I saw was Snyderverse, Restore, all this, and I was like, F it sucks, it's trash, it's garbage. And she would come on stream, and we'd go on her stream, and we'd argue. I was like, no, it's terrible, it's a shit movie. She still loves it. She doesn't care what I say. She loves it no matter. But now, in a weird way, it's like, I kind of respect that, because you really stuck with the movie. Because I love movies that everyone hates, and I stick with my love of it. Mm-hmm. And she stuck with it, where a lot of people that were in her circle all jumped to the gun. Oh yeah, James Gunn. Yeah, it's like, were you guys ever fans? Because you jump. I don't jump. I love this movie. I'm sticking with it. That's it. Like, I don't care. Like, I love Batman 89 Returns forever. I like Batman and Robin. Oh, the Nolan verse. Oh yeah, F those movies. Nolan's the best. And then now that Nolan's done, oh, F those movies. The Batman's the best. It's like, guys, what's going on here? Like, people saw talking like the Batman. What happened to The Dark Knight? I thought that was like the greatest movie ever. Now that's sort of like, it was pretty good. it was pretty good. But the Batman's like so awesome. It's like, what are you talking about? Since that movie's day one, all I heard is The Dark Knight. That's all I.
Bias, man.
Recency bias
and shifting allegiances. Like they don't, whatever's new is what they are loyal to. The Batman will be like done by the third movie if they even make it that far.
Right, and the Tales of Returning. Oh, I'm not sure about that. I'll have to look and see. Rotten Tomatoes is a joke, yeah. See, Angry Gamer, I hate the 4 hour. Even though I own it on 4K, so it's 1K per hour. I hate the Snyder Cut like badly.
I've
like,
got it on Blu-ray, so
yeah. That's fine.
Yeah,
I despise it. I like Joss Whedon's Justice League 500 times better. Like way better. Like not. I'll tell you what though. Wonder Woman murders those people in front of school children. She murders those terrorists in front of school kids. And then she blows up the building she's trying to stop them from blowing up. So here's the thing. I love Wonder Woman. Not as a joke. I love Wonder Woman. Respect Wonder Woman. I grew up with Linda Carter. I love the Linda Carter show. I love the Wonder Woman character.
You love Wonder Woman 84, so you're definitely
I love Wonder Woman 84. I'm definitely in. I'm all in.
I also enjoy Wonder Woman 84.
I'm glad that you guys.
I enjoyed the first one more than 84, but I like 84. It's okay.
Okay. So, well, we don't want to turn into that, but I'm just saying.
That's not what this stream is
that's
about.
What I'm saying is that I'm not going to back down for stuff. But here's the thing. This is what I'm saying. That's a deal breaker. So, because in the Joss Whedon version, that didn't happen. The blood was removed. She just knocked them all out, and then she clanged her things, but nothing happened. It was almost like just a bright light or something. It didn't blow up. So when they did that in this new movie, I'm out. I'm like, Wonder Woman just killed these people. Yeah, F this. It's like that. Screw it. And in front of kids too. Whether Wonder Woman kills or not, you can debate. But she did it in front of school kids. Like, I want to be just like you. What, a murdering scumbag who just murdered people and splattered them? You think she'd keep one of them alive to question them maybe and say like, who's your boss? Like, it was outrageously uber violent, and I despised it. I was like, I'm like, and that happens in the first like 20 minutes. So I was like, oh boy, I'm out. Like, that's it. The rest of the movie could be awesome, but I'm already sitting there like this now. Okay. All right. Yeah. What's going on now? Like, it's just, I love Wonder Woman. The second they made her this murderer in front of school kids, I was, because she killed people in the first movie. Yeah, but it's war. Like, they're shooting 4 million guns at her. Like, she has to get through and smash guys, and oh, she smashed that guy into a building. Yeah, but he's got a rocket launcher and shit. Like, like, it's like Captain America kills people because he's got to kill people. He's a soldier. Does Captain America use guns? No. Why not? He's a soldier. Shouldn't he use guns? Think about that. Why doesn't he use a gun? He should. He's a soldier. So why does Wonder Woman have a sword and decapitate people? It's like, well, she uses a sword in what comics? I literally have 600, no, maybe 700 Wonder Woman comics. Which one are you talking about? I'll go get it out for you. Like, when her mom used it, yeah, she uses it on Themyscira, or she uses it in battle when she needs it in a war, but not walking around with the sword. That's why I liked 84. It was just her lasso, which is what she's supposed to have. Anyways, but that's my thing. So I'll have something in my head, so you guys can say, this is good, this is good, this is good. All these things are great about that movie, but in my head, I can't get it out of my head. And like, she just killed those people. I'm like, I'm done. That's my problem. So I'll have that for some reason. Even in this He-Man, even for positive. The second he turned into He-Man, I was like, oh shit, this is awesome. And I kind of looked at my watch. I thought, oh shit, we still got like an hour and a half almost. I was like, yeah. And then he turned into He-Man and he starts kicking the shit out of guys. It's like, this is fucking awesome. Like, this movie would have had to have really tanked for me to get down from the high of having him transform. Like in the Dolph Lundgren movie, when he said, I have the power, he says it at the very, like, then you're just like, yeah, because like you're almost waiting the whole movie for him to say it. Like, come on, say it. In this movie, he said it early. He said it way earlier than I thought. I actually thought he was going to be Adam for 2 hours and then be He-Man for 20 minutes at the end. That's actually what I thought was going to happen. And I thought, I don't know, what did you guys?
Trailers, you could kind of tell he was He-Man for a while, like, because there was a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, there was a lot. Yeah,
I wish we'd got a little more sorceress. I mean,
yeah,
it wasn't necessary, but I did enjoy what time she was there. But I wouldn't have minded just a little bit. But I did like seeing her Zor. You know, when he he falls and stuff. He's smacked on the tree. You know. And I like when he first transformed, he forgets the words. He's like, say it. He's like,
yes,
what? By the power of Grayskull.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I would have liked a little bit more of the classic music. I mean, I guess, I get it. Modern movie, they're going to do their own modern thing, but we did get it at the end. But I'd like to have little snippets here and there, more of it throughout the film, a little bit more. And I like at the end with Ram Man, or him and Fisto. They're like, he's running away in secret. He thinks we forgot. Ram Man's like, hey, we can turn around if it makes it easier for him.
Yeah.
And Mandalorian's like, no, just go let him do his thing. Just let him do his thing.
I think this movie, I usually go by intentions as well. Mm-hmm. I think this movie had good intentions. To me, that buys a lot of like mileage or whatever. Like, I'm like, I can tell when someone comes in and doesn't give two pieces of monkey crap, like Transformers, Michael Bay, like all of them. He doesn't give two pieces of monkey crap what Transformers is about. Like, not at all. He's like, I'm going to have robots and cars and some babes, and that's what this movie's going to be about.
Look back there then, because I own those movies.
Listen,
J-Man owns them too.
Of course I own them. What are you talking about?
I mean,
we've had a discussion. J-Man and I've had a discussion about how you don't like a movie, but yet you still bought it. And
sure, because I'm a nerd. And
I'm a nerd too, but I'm
a childhood Transformers fan. Like I am He-Man. I've seen like all the cartoons, the toys,
Right. This is from that garbage The Batman movie, and it's like, hold on a second, guys. I just got to go away for 1 second.
If I was rich, I would buy every fucking thing too. But I'm on a budget, so I'm not gonna go out and buy a movie that I didn't like and spend $25. That's just how I am. Does that not make me a fan? I'm like, I have movies.
I'm a collector.
I have martial arts movies where I have it because I like one fight scene in the whole fucking movie, and I'm like,
I agree with that.
But if I really don't like a movie, I'm not gonna be like, ooh, I'm gonna go out and pay $25 or whatever to buy this movie that I didn't like just to have it because it's got Superman in it or it's got
that is what I do.
And that's great that you could do that.
Yeah,
but I have to pick and choose. So
I can't.
Like this whole background would be fucking. My background would look like yours, J-Man. But I'm like, I'm a single dad on a budget. I'm like, I can't fucking go out and buy shit all the time. So it's like, it is what it is.
From Venezuela, how's it going, man? Thank you.
Hey,
Moro. Oh, hey. I know you. I've said your name correctly every time. So let me see if I can still do it. Maro Bastianini. Bastianini. Good.
We're international,
I think I got it
now. Awesome.
Yes, the International. Yeah, and somebody mentioned Quantum of Solace, which is the best for me. That's probably the best of the. And I did not like that when I first saw it. I changed my mind on that because it was the shortest one.
I like Skyfall a little bit more than Quantum, but I like all of them though.
No, I don't. I don't.
The last one pissed me off.
Of course, it's trash.
The last one pissed everybody off.
The last one pissed me off, But
I still bought it though, of course. Perfect.
I own all of them.
I want every James Bond movie, but I'm a collector. See, end of the day, and I've watched The Batman about 3 or 4 times, and it's 3 hours of nonsense. And because it's just it's Batman. It's kind of neat to see different versions of Batman. Like, I can give you 2 reviews. I can give you because Stephen and I went to film school and we made movies together, and I worked in television with Sean. On live programs and did camera work and editing and sound and everything. So like I've done stuff. We've written books. Steve's written so many books. Steve's authors page is there. I'll save the link. All the links, guys, are in the chat. They're in the chat and also in the description. So for all these guys, you can check out Steven's books and John's website and Dan's podcast. So we know what we're talking about. So we can go in and say, let's break this He-Man movie down. It is too long. Easy. You don't need to repeat them more than once in the movie. This movie could have been probably an hour and 50 minutes and been just the same amount of thing. Cut down the Earth to nothing. You could have him go there for little bitty searches and just fades. So you could crop this movie. You could definitely tighten up some of the dialogue, remove some of the silly humor, test it with the audience a few times, right? This is one of the problems with streaming services. Streaming services don't have the entire process of testing. They just make something. Back in the day, you make a pilot television series, you shop it around, and people say, I like that, I want to buy those episodes. Now Netflix just produces their own thing, and so be it. That entire proving ground has been removed. Like, we're just going to make the show. It's like, did you test this with anybody? Right? They don't do that anymore. And movies need that, because you do need generic people. You need the normies to get the money. My money and your money and John's money, and I bought it on 4K, and you're going to buy it on 4K Blu-ray, and Steven's going to get it. We're all going to buy this. And I can't wait for the next movie. It's like, well, there might not be one because this is just not making the money. Maybe it'll be okay on streaming. I don't know how their money works, but it looks pretty bad. It's bombing pretty bad. So you need to have this proving ground. Anyways, so once you do that, you can start going on. But then there's also the fan. I'm also a fan of movies. I like movies. I like watching movies. I enjoy them. I enjoy eating. I go to Steve's place once a month. We're going next week. I'm at Steven's place. We watch a movie. We pick one together. Let's watch. Last time we watched like Jugger, and the time before that we watched whatever. I can't remember what. Soldier. We watched Steven had never seen Soldier with Kurt Russell. Yeah. So we watched Soldier. And that movie's goddamn fucking awesome. But anyways,
I'm going to kill them all, sir. Oh my God.
I'm going to kill them all. That was the best line. So anyways, so we can do it both ways. Like, I'm watching Soldier, and I'm like, this is like the fucking. And I watched on 4 because I saw it in the theater, but I watched on 4K. I was like, wow, this
I
is
am going to get that one.
It's so good. It's worth it.
I have to get the special edition. Did that come out yet? I don't even remember if it came out yet.
That's out. The 4K is out.
Okay.
Yeah. So. But there's a fan in me. But then there's also the movie person. So I could play both roles. But the thing is, like, I wanted to like He-Man, so I'm looking for the positives. I don't think that's wrong. Like, I wanted to like Superman Returns. I really liked Man of Steel when I first saw it. I was really excited for it. And I fought Sean. Sean and I will fight sometimes. He didn't like it, and I fought him big time on that one. And we fought a lot. And then I watched it again when I got it home. I was like, yeah, this isn't that good. I was like, God damn it, Sean was right. And I hate that.
See, he got in your mind. He got in your mind, though.
No, he didn't. It's brutal. The fighting is good, but that's about it. Everything with Jor-El is cringe bad. So He-Man has some goofy humor. Well, you know what? It's got goofy humor. So do a lot of the Chinese movies I own. Many Hong Kong flicks. John knows.
So bad.
There's so much humor in those that is just so silly.
Even back in the day, those jokes don't work the way they thought they were supposed to.
You're right, John. Even when they came out, they weren't funny. At least they didn't translate well here. But as you said, you got a couple of good fights. Sometimes you just, man, that was pretty badass, right? And why is that? That's not wrong. And people, I didn't see Mandalorian and Grogu. I actually have zero interest. However, idiot me, I will definitely get it when it comes out because I will see it. And I like the Mandalorian costume. Hey DJ, did we miss? Sorry guys, you're too young for Star Wars 70s. I saw Jedi in the theater when it came out. It was Zodiac Revenger.
Oh, he's talking about Jim Carrey's Riddler.
Which I didn't like in the theater, but now I like Jim Carrey's Riddler. Should have been killed. Yeah, everything with Paul should have been horrible. Yeah, it was horrible.
The tornado thing was stupid. That was fucking dumb.
Yeah, it was a homage to Christopher Reeve in name only because they clearly didn't watch the Christopher Reeve movies because that was not like they said it was a homage, but I didn't see it. I'm like, when is the homage part coming up? Because this movie stinks, and none of the Christopher Reeve movies do. I thought it was good except for the music.
Is he saying the Hans Zimmer music? Like?
I like the Hans Zimmer music. And
oh my god, I listened to that. It's on my playlist.
I love Superman. I love Batman 89. I love Batman. I love Batman. Batman Returns. Will there be a part 2? Probably, because Amazon doesn't need the money.
Can I just say yes? Exactly. You just said it right there. Everybody and their mother who doesn't like this movie. Oh, it's a flop.
Yep.
Okay, here's the thing. Amazon has billions and billions of dollars. Their money is in their website and selling shit, and like streaming. They want this for streaming. They weren't weren't even interested in a theatrical run for Masters of the Universe. But you know what? We're gonna be good to the people like us who grew up with this and put it in the theater because we know that they're gonna go see it. And what has Amazon seen for the past 2 weeks? Fucking countless people posting on social media how they grew up with this, how they love it, how it was everything that they wanted. So they're like, you know what? At the end of the day, if this movie only makes $100 million, that's a drop in the bucket to us. Because we don't really care.
They don't care, but it is. I don't want to get away from the facts that it is a flop. And
it is like if you
it's a flop. People are not watching it.
It's a flop because it costs this much to make and it's only making this much in the movie theater. But people have to understand it's not the same world anymore. So I mean, it's not. I'm not saying we're definitely getting a sequel. I have no idea if they're going to be like, hey, but
maybe it's not enough for them.
What they've said in the press and what they've said online, they're like. That makes me think that they're loving what they're seeing from the people and stuff like that. And like, that's what I'm seeing. Yeah. Like I said, people don't understand like how things, especially when Amazon MGM, they're going to put this on their streaming service. They're going to be like, you know what? When we put Masters of the Universe on our streaming service, shit's going to blow up and people are going to be watching it. And what?
People watch it a bunch of times. Yeah. Let me, John, you'll understand this. I don't know Dan's backstory. And I know you'll understand this the most. People think of it this way. The world is different, as you said. So let's go back to our younger selves. So there'd be many of the B action movies. So I attended a screening of Tiger Claws with Jalal Merhi in attendance. And I actually saw Tiger Claws in the theater.
See, I am jealous because you got to fucking see those in the movie theater because those are
I actually saw those
where I see in a
right. So no, but this is what you're saying, direct to video. So here's the thing: they made these pictures, and they're like, "Come on, let's get them into the theater." And they come into the theater and they make nothing. Right? They make like 100,000 or something. And then everyone says, oh, that's just a shitty B flop action movie. But it wasn't made. It was made to get distributed and to play in a theater, sure. But it was made for overseas distribution, get it in the hands of people, home video. I don't think people actually really understand how big VHS was. Like
direct to video action was a bigger market than cinematic action.
Yes.
I mean, cinematic action back in the 80s was huge, bigger than it is now, but
yes,
it was direct to video
I don't think they're understanding what direct to video, the power of direct to video. Like I bought Tiger Claws.
Some people think direct to video is an insult. That it's like indie action. Like if somebody calls indie action, there's like a negative connotation on it. It's like, and it's total bullshit. I'm sorry, go on.
Yeah. No. You said everything you said is exactly right. So direct to video is the streaming now. So replace those words. It's like it's direct to streaming. Oh, that's just a shitty streaming movie. Who cares? But that's what direct to video was. You'd go rent it for a couple of bucks. So, or you could I actually purchased, I had a lot of the Jalal movies and Billy Blank's movies and Roddy Piper. Who are the other guys? Like, oh God, Matthias Hughes, the Dolph, a lot of the Dolph pictures, right? Any of the canon stuff, So we didn't see these in the theater. Like I didn't see Death Wish in the theater. Like, I mean, how would I have seen that in the theater? So a lot of these, you get them on VHS and you rent them, and the video stores would rent multiple copies, and every video store you walked into had the Chuck Norris section, and you got your action, or you got your, you had your sections, and that's what and people would just continuously rent those. And because it was rental, you end up renting, like I ended up renting like Mortal Kombat, I don't know, like 5 times or something, because you kept wanting to watch it again. You kept renting it. And then finally it came out for purchase, like, 1 year after. So you had 1 year of rental money. So the success wasn't measured in, oh, well, Tiger Claws bombed at the box office. Ha ha ha, Jalal, you're a loser. It bombed. And he's like, what are you talking about? I just made a shit ton of money because everybody in the universe is renting this thing, and and every video shop bought it. And a movie costs $100 for a video store to purchase on VHS because they rented it. That's why they got their money. So they didn't start racking their money up until $100 worth of rental. So if you're renting a movie for $2 or $3, how many people have to rent it before the video store starts making it? So that means that it's being rented so often that it's worth it for them to continuously buy this stuff. This is different because I know the video store market. Sean and I wanted to open up a shop at one point, but prior to that, my buddy Dan, who's one of my members here, he would go, and he worked at a store, so we would go together to the warehouses and stuff and pick out, and it would be $100. And then DVD came out, and DVD was maybe like $40. Like I bought Mad Max Part 1 on DVD for $46.99, and it was dubbed. Remember when Mad Max was dubbed? You probably saw the dubbed Mad Max, because Mel Gibson's voice was considered hard to understand because of his thick accent, which you can understand him easily. I don't know what they're talking about, but Mad Max was dubbed. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I had a $47 DVD of a dubbed Mad Max. Can you imagine? Now I've got on 4K, but can you imagine that for a second? So this is the market you're in. So yes, I agree. Look, it's a bomb. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. This movie bombed ass, and some people think it sucks. It doesn't bother me because I don't care. Everyone thinks Highlander 2 sucks. Everyone thinks Temple of Doom is the weakest Indiana Jones movie, and they're out of the 3 real Indiana Jones movies, they think that's the weakest one, and everyone's wrong. So like, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I don't care if it makes $1 or $4 million. Like there's Barbie made $1 billion. I think this is way better than Barbie. But so it doesn't matter. I don't care what anything makes at all. But I'm not going to lie and say no, it's a bomb. Period. It's a bomb. It bombed. It didn't make the money back. It didn't make the money. However, does Amazon care? I don't know. I'm not sure if Amazon. I don't know this market. I'm not involved in it. VHS tapes, the old TV days. I understand. I do not understand current things. So is streaming enough? I don't know. They can. We'll know the answer if they make a part 2. If they make a part 2, then clearly whatever little they made at the box office and whatever they got from streaming and 4K sales or Blu-ray sales is enough for them to make part 2. We're going to know, because there was a Tiger Claws 2. See, how could there be a Tiger Claws 2 when Tiger Claws 1 bombed, right? Because how could there be a Tiger Claws 3? Because clearly they get weaker, right? Like, and the reason, and then how can Jalal keep making movie after movie after movie if they're continuously bombing? Well, that's because he doesn't care about the cinema. He cares about home video, and that's where it's all at, the tapes. He actually said this. Did you go with us, Steve, to Tiger Claws?
No.
Okay. He said it there. He's like, back in the day, home video, man. He goes, I'm selling movies. He goes, I'm not even making the movie yet. Oh, I have a movie. I want to make a movie. Me and Billy Blanks. We go undercover.
We don't have a plot, but let's make
it. Sold. Okay, Jalal, we'll give you. You should watch the Tiger Claws Blu-ray. His interviews on that are fucking awesome. He's like, we don't have a script. I sell a movie, no problem. I sell it.
They sold by who was going to be in the movie. I have Sandra Lothrock and Jeff Whitcott. Hey, all right.
Hey, sold. No, I'm serious, guys. John's telling it. I'm not just saying it. John's watched it. He's got the same things I got. Yeah, you're like the guy, but there's no script. Cynthia's in it. Don't worry. And even Canon, Canon, they're like, who's it gonna go? Give this one to Bronson. Give this one to Norris. That's all.
Listen, those guys were the most notorious. Like they were like Masters of the Universe didn't have a fucking ending because they ran out of money. But the director was so adamant. He was like, we're gonna go back and finish this. It's like, so it's like
they shot it like his, wherever they could shoot it. And just
they were like, they went back and just shot a final battle because they're like, when he pulls the sword out, movie's over.
That was it. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, it's like with this one, like John was saying, Amazon, whether they're spending it or not, they're making it seem positive, even though it's only made like $60 million. They're like, hey, that's good. We're happy about that. We're not, it's magical movie. It's so whether they're spending it or not, they're seeming like they're not disappointed with the money that it's made so far.
And they're also like, who's like, okay, so it only made 29 point something million on opening weekend, but you know what? They're fucking buying the toys, they're buying popcorn kettles, they're buying this little fucking thing behind me. It's like, so they're like, you know what? At the end of the day, we're making money. That's
and like you said, them seeing the positive reviews and fans coming out and saying all this stuff like that, I think that I would hope would resonate with them to say, you know what? Let's make another one, let's do another one because we did something right here. It may not have made a lot of money theatrically, which unfortunately the way movies are budgeted nowadays, it's hard to be a success. It
Yeah.
really
The
is.
budgets are
No.
way overblown.
Yeah, if you include the actual production budget plus all the marketing budget, it's
It's
really
super
hard to
crazy.
do anymore.
Oh, absolutely.
I
I
mean,
guarantee
That's
you
why
they make a
Obsession is
sequel.
doing so well. $750,000 budget. It's already made over $100 million.
Yeah, Obsession is a character-driven. It's a character-driven
You know.
movie. You just need actors, right? So
Oh,
clearly,
and then now
you
they're
know.
saying the actress, Indy, whatever her name was, they're like, oh, she only made $20,000 to make.
Oh yeah, and one of the
her.
art directors came out and said she didn't make but like $6,000. Like, but it was a $750,000
Yeah.
budget. It's going to be
How
low
much do you think she
paid.
fucking one? Nobody knew who the fuck she is, or
Yeah.
well, now
Right.
more people do, but nobody
Yeah.
know who she was. And like, how much do you think she was gonna get paid for that movie? I guarantee you, now that she's more popular, she's gonna get a lot more money when she makes movies.
For sure.
But they're making it sound like that's a negative thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, if somebody
Yeah.
said, "Hey, I'll give you $5,000 right now, make this movie," I'd be like, "I'm there. Fuck it. What
Yeah.
time you want me
Yeah,
to?" do?
Superman and Lois.
she's
Yeah,
Lana
she was.
Lang's daughter.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Super Lois, and I thought she was terrible in that, but apparently she's
Yeah.
good here.
Most
No.
that show.
Yeah,
That's
no. Let me.
right.
I don't think she was. I don't think she was terrible in it. I just didn't like that character, but that's
No.
who she was. No, but the thing is that Obsession. Okay, it's doing well now, and it's doing extremely well. Well, that's great because I love horror movies. I'm going to see it.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Right? But now these
I'm
people
happy
coming out after the fact, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, nobody made anything. I don't know where I saw this. Is one of the commentaries or features of one of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre releases. So Texas, original Texas, literally they made $0 because the distribution company and the production company hired themselves. So John makes a movie and me and Steven are the two guys. So we say, okay, John, you're going to get the profits after we get our money back. But here's what happens is that I get the money. So let's say it makes $1 million and I take $500,000 as my profit. And now John is who made the movie, like Toby Hooper. John is Toby Hooper. So John's like, okay, I'll start getting my profit. No. We got to pay the distributors. It's like, but the distributor is the J-Man company. And the producer is J-Man Industries or something, J-Man Productions and J-Man Distributors. And it's like, J-Man Distributors is charging us $500,000. So it only made $1 million. I got to take $1 million. And then this other company's got to take $1 million. So you get $0. And that's actually what happened. Like it's,
John Larroquette got paid in weed.
yeah. that is what how he got
I
paid.
mean, that's what I've heard. He got paid in marijuana.
Listen, if he's
It's a
smart, he,
little
he
crossover.
probably went around and sold it on the street and made a profit.
I'm just saying, come on.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like this in the positive or the negative. So both examples. I don't like when a movie makes a lot and everyone uses that as a benchmark. And I don't like when movie bombs and they use that as a benchmark because those benchmarks don't affect my person. I'm sitting in the theater with my popcorn and my drink and whatnot, and I want to be entertained and I want to enjoy myself. I don't want to be talked down to. I don't want a bunch of dumb crap that I don't care about. I want the movie to be what it is. Obsession is a movie where he makes the deal. You know, it's the monkey's foot or whatever. You know, it's like monkey's paw, and then she loves him or whatever. Okay, so that's what that movie's about. If it delivers that message and it's good, perfect. If it doesn't, then fine. But I don't care. It's like, if we use the positive, that movie only cost $700,000 and it made $250 million. Does that mean I'm going to like it? I'm not a mathematician. I'm a film guy. I'm a film fan. So I'm going to go see it and watch. And if I like it, I'm going to say, yeah, that was awesome. And I'm not going to say, well, it deserves to make the money. What do I know what it deserves? I don't know what anything deserves. I can only tell you what I like or what I don't like. Does this deserve to make more or less? I don't know. What do you mean deserve? That's not a thing to argue on. Like, they're using it as a positive. Oh, it made so much money, so it must be good. It's like, or it's a bunch of teeny boppers went to go see a movie. Like, there's a lot of these teeny bopper horror movies which I thought sucked ass, and Smile or something, right? It's like everyone thought that was great, and I didn't see it. I'm like, well, this looks stupid. Well, it's really good. It made a lot of money. That doesn't mean anything to me, right? Like, it doesn't mean any. But the reverse also. Oh, it didn't make any money, so therefore it must be bad. Like, okay, so that doesn't make sense to me. I don't care.
Yeah,
The
it's like
movie's
Scary
already
Movie
made.
6. It's making all kinds of money, but I don't care.
I hate Scary Movie.
I think
I
I
saw-
watched the first two
Yeah.
as far as I got.
I don't think they're fun. They're not the Zookers. Go ahead, Steve.
No, the first one sucked. I think it actually became more like the Zookers.
I think they took over at one point. Some
Yeah.
of them took over at one point.
Yeah, because Leslie Nielsen was in it at one point.
I think Scary Movie 3, those guys took took over.
Yeah, I remember Marlon saying something about, or not Marlon, but I always forget their names. I get them mixed up. But I know they were saying that they got kind of taken away from them for a while, or where they just now got the rights back. I believe is why they came out with the sixth one. I think it was.
Right. Yeah. So to address that, what you guys brought up, listen, it's a contract, right? So Steve and I made a movie. We made a couple of things, and I've made tons of movies. And then we made one that's slightly more official. We made one in university in our last year or what?
It was just after we left, actually.
Oh, it was just after we left. Okay. So how did we use? Okay. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that. So anyway, so we made a movie while we were somewhat in university. And you know how much we paid the people that worked there? Let me try to remember. Oh yeah, $0.
Yeah.
It's like I ordered them pizza, and even that.
I was gonna say, did you at least buy pizza?
No, I bought pizza, but I made them only pick 2 toppings because 3 toppings brought it to the next price tier.
he's like, you're only worth 2.
2 toppings, right? So the budget of that movie was like $2,000 or something.
Wisely.
Yeah.
So they got paid up. Now, had that movie actually gone anywhere, right? Let's say, and then then we wouldn't be sitting here doing this stream.
No.
But if it went somewhere, are those people going to come back? It's a contract. You got to sign so many goddamn waivers or whatever. Pizzas. Yeah. So like this woman and she's like, well, I did more than art directing. Yeah, I was the director of the movie, and Steven was the lead character. Oh, is that all Steven did?
Nope.
Is that all? I drove people around. I was doing mics, like props. I did 4 million things. Steven was supposed to be the actor, and he did 4 million other things too. Sean was on there. Sean did 4 million. Everybody did 4 million things because you know what? It's a low budget movie. Obsession is a low budget movie. It relies on a concept. Actually, the concept's been done to death, but apparently they've done it in a very unique way, which makes it cool. That's what this movie is selling you. I know you guys know that. Oh, he makes her fall in love, and it's a whole thing. But we're doing it in a really weird kind of different way. So keep that in mind. And like, okay, just like It Follows.
Yeah.
Right. Did you see that one where it's stupid. Nothing's happening. They're just getting, but I'm sitting there like, this is kind of creepy. It's very cool. I like this, like people just following you around. That's weird.
Demonic STD.
Yeah. So what did that movie cost to make? $3? Like it costs nothing. It's terrible.
I think it's getting a sequel finally.
Yeah. So I sat there. I thought, well, I kind of like this. This is pretty. I don't care what the movie's budget was. Terrifier 1's budget was nothing, and Terrifier 1's budget was less. Terrifier 2's budget was way less than this, and it made tons of money too, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's okay. So let's bring it back to He-Man, then we'll close off. So yeah, ultimately, I mean, we all like this. I'm not finding anyone who outright hated it that I know that is a somewhat He-Man fan. Like there's nobody that says I love He-Man, but this movie really sucks. I've seen a few of those on the He-Man Facebook groups, and I have asked people, and no one will engage. And I will not engage meanly unless they're mean first. If someone's mean first, then it's over. But I will not be mean first. Right, like even with that guy with the Superman logo, I was like, what is this from? Like, he could ask, like, okay, so I flat out asked him, like, and he didn't respond.
Did you say like, do I know you or something?
This other guy like started to. I was like, who are you? Like, why are you?
Like, do I know you or something?
Because I posted this to my friends feed. Like, that's why I was like, who are you? How did this get out of the friends feed? Anyway, I will not engage meanly first. Like usually people be mean first, but nobody's really answered. I had a few people, I watched a couple of reviews after the fact of people that I kind of know are into toys and stuff, and they weren't as pumped up for it, but they also took it as an insult. So I did offer feedback saying, if it's only an insult, if the last thing is insulting, right? It's not. The last thing is, he's He-Man. It's everyone's friends. They like their names. Teela's not a girl boss. Someone said Teela's a girl boss. I'm like, present the evidence. Oh, she rescued Adam, but Adam's been on Earth for 15 years and he didn't have his sword. And do you want further examples of when Teela rescued Adam? How about 130? because it's
Yeah.
every episode of the old cartoon. Like now in that one, they're like, oh, Adam's pretending to be weak. No,
Yeah.
Adam is weak.
Mhm.
People have misinterpreted this. They're like, oh, it's like Clark Kent. Oh, so Clark Kent's weak? No.
No.
Clark Kent is Superman. It's like he's never weak. Adam actually is. He says, I have the power to get the power. He's not saying it to be cool. Superman is always Superman. He is always invulnerable. So that is not the same analogy. He's pretending to be goofy as Clark Kent. Adam is goofy. He goes fishing and he's painting and stuff, and it's like, Adam, you missed your. So Tila goes up to him in one episode we just watched. She's like, Adam, you missed your training. He's like, do we have to train?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not him pretending to be goofy. That's him not caring, right? It's like he is goofy, but when he becomes He-Man, he's not.
Mhm.
And that's what I said. When he's He-Man, Tila doesn't save him. She doesn't save him. He wins every fight on his. Remember Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where Al Pacino says, he goes, or do you go to Rome and win fucking fights? Because he's talking about the Italian Western movies. He goes, oh, you just get beat up every week on these shows. He goes, or do you go to Rome and star in Westerns and win fucking fights? I was like, yeah, because He-Man wins fights. That's what when he's Adam, yeah, Tila helps him out. But again, he's confused, disoriented. All of a sudden, Beastman starts attacking him. He doesn't know what's going on. And then Tila saves him, yes. But Tila also saves Adam. And also Tila is very strong in the cartoons. She is always out to go attack people. I just watched them. Check out my live streams. I just watched them all. She's very strong. She's a girl boss. You know what? Here's a statement no one's made. She's less of a girl boss in this movie than in the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's a big time girl boss in that. Oh, Adam, you're just doing nothing. You know, I was like, oh my God, like, what's your problem? It's like, shut your mouth. Like, she's always on Adam. She was less of a girl boss. And I was like pretty shocked. Like, oh, she's actually not. I love Tila. I like her being a girl boss because Adam is being a goof. She's like, Adam, when are you going to come practice your swords? He's like, oh, do we have to? It's like, get your ass up and go
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Anyway, so there you go. What else? The Terrifier is so creepy. Oh, it was banned? Oh,
Yeah,
man.
some places, but 3 was banned. Yeah.
Well,
Because we killed the kids.
Yeah, they trying to
no,
process
that
it.
was.
But it's okay now because they made Eli Roth made the Ice Cream Man, and there's kids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
doing
have you
snowy
guys-
with blood and shit. So, but that's okay.
have you seen Hobo with a Shotgun where like putting the bus load of kids down? That was awesome.
Yeah,
I was laughing my ass off. I saw that twice in the theater, man. I was like, I gotta promote this movie. Hobo with a Shotgun is kind of a masterpiece. And it's Rutger Hauer.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rutger Hauer. How
Yeah.
could he go wrong?
I watched it
with
on
Rutger Hauer?
Tubi a couple of months ago, and I'm like, damn. I was like, okay. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I saw that in the theater.
Politically incorrect.
And I've met the director and got his autograph. Met the director of it. Yeah, so I was a big time show for that one. John, what have you got going on your on Action Flicks?
So I got a little movie, the little indie movie called The Furious comes out this week. I
Yeah.
have 3 interviews I got to put out. I was going to put them out Monday, but my daughter had surgery and I had to work. But I got Kenji Tanigaki, the director. I got Shamao, who stars in it, and Joe Taslim, who we all know from Mortal Kombat. And I got to talk to him. So that's coming out hopefully by tomorrow. And my review. I have to put my review out, even though everybody and their mothers reviewed it. So I was like, if you want to hear what I thought, it's a really good movie if you like martial arts acting. So that's the biggest thing I got coming up this week.
Steve, anything new coming out for your stuff?
I'm editing my 6th book as we speak. So I'm 6.
You're doing it during the live stream? Come on.
No. So I'm about, I would say, 2/3 of the way through my 2nd edit, so it's going okay. I also wrote a couple of articles for our buddies on the Action Elite and Movie Elite. I reviewed Protector with Mila Jovovich, and I reviewed Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. I scalded both, but for different reasons.
Protector, I have so many.
Oh, I was looking forward to Ready or Not too. I haven't seen it.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh
We'll talk
no, that's
about this.
oh no, that's
That's a
like
tale of
I like
two
the
movies
first
for me.
one.
That's a tale of two movies. One, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I really liked part one. I thought that was
Yeah.
really neat.
Second one didn't really have that many kills, and they shoehorned in this sister character for no reason. And
Yeah, that looked weird.
for a reason. They were writing a different movie, and they basically found out the director was doing the second film and just made it for that. And it doesn't work for Ready or Not. Well, it doesn't work for Ready or
Work
Not.
for that.
Like
yeah.
they
I'll
seem to
talk-
forget that the whole reason why it was good was because of Samara Weaving taking them on by herself.
Yeah, that is the point of it. All right, Dan, what have you got going on?
Let's see. We should have our Free Comic Book Day 2026 episode is out for everybody to listen to. We just recorded this morning our new episode where we cover Scud, the Disposable Assassin #1. There's going to be a toy review video that's going to be put out where I talk about the He-Man and Beastman from the new movie Core line that should be coming out the next couple of days. And we just celebrate our 3 years. This is our third year of the podcast today. So that's pretty awesome that we've
That's
been doing
cool.
for 3 years. I'm like, damn, time flies.
Mhm.
But other than that, and then of course next month we'll be part of Charlie's month of action. We're going to be covering. Well, I don't want to say just yet, but we'll be covering
All right.
something kind of action movie related comic book for that too. So that's
Cool.
what's coming up.
Okay, so my channel, we got Fantastic Fridays. So Fantastic Four comics are this Friday. Monday's Avengers, Tuesdays the Burbs, Wednesdays GI Joe. We're all back for well, Steven's not back, but the rest of us are back for GI Joe. And then that's that. Okay, so let's take a look at the poll. I'm going to end the poll. 21 votes. 29% gave it a 5 out of 5. 43% gave it a 4 out of 5. 5% gave it 3 out of 5. And 24% gave it 2 out of 5. So basically 43% give it a 4 out of 5. So most people gave it a 4 out of 5, didn't go the full.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, I think it's pretty like, I mean, what did Owen, I think Owen gave it 3 out of 5. So I think his main things were the music and the silly humor. So those are his sort of things. Now he's a He-Man original fan. And one last point before we wrap it up is that in my head, there is no definitive He-Man timeline. I think this is where we're getting the divide. Like Superman had 1938 to like 1986. That's pre-crisis. Let's say 1985. I don't know the exact days.
Yeah, then Byrne took over.
And then Byrne took over. So there is the Byrne people, the Byrne victims. That is the name of the fans for John Byrne.
I like Byrne stuff.
So do I. John Byrne almost has the get out of jail free card because almost everything I've ever read of his, I've and his drawings. But I liked Man of Steel, but our buddy Clobby hated Man of Steel. But I love pre-crisis Superman. Pre-crisis Superman is the real Superman. Okay. So anyways, it doesn't matter. There's pre-crisis Superman for like decades, right? And then after that, there's John Byrne, right? And then that lasts for a while. So there's a pretty much, and it's pretty, I mean, it's not exact, but there's sort of a kind of a through line of Superman. And if you don't give me the Superman I want, which is the real Superman, I get very angry. Transformers is a weird because the comics do not match the cartoon. And then the comics end here and the cartoon goes here and then it goes here. But then Japan's like, no, we're going this way. And you're like, oh. So what is Transformers? Like, what is G1? Like, to me, G1 includes Headmaster's Victory and Mega Master Force.
Yeah.
Like Master Force and Victory. Like, that is G1. And people don't count that. Like, people say, who's your favorite G1 villain? I'm like, Scorponok. They're like, what? What the hell are you talking about?
Because
It's like
most people only know like the first 3 seasons.
Right.
That's it. That's all they know.
Yeah. Like, the best leader for the Decepticon. They're like, who's your favorite Decepticon leader? I'm like, probably Scorponok. Like, huh? It's like, what are you talking about? I was like, Black Zarek's pretty good too. What are you talking? Wait, what is the? You don't think Megatron's the best? Like, I was like, no, Scorponok's way better than Megatron. What? Are you crazy?
Who's
Yeah,
Overlord?
Deathsaurus. Yeah, Deathsaurus. Yeah. So, anyways, same with He-Man. Yeah, Kitty.
I got my battle cat.
Your
Yes.
battle cat, yeah.
So same with He-Man. The mini comics, which came out first, are not the same as the cartoons. So the mini comics are like this much, and the cartoon is because the cartoon just surpassed it. And the mini comics, as we've seen on my channel, started to go into the cartoon to become one. So now you're left with the first part of the mini comics being completely separate, and then the rest of it merged up together. But then you got New Adventures, flips it around. 2000X reboots and revamps the entire thing. And some people just say, why didn't you make that? That should have been the movie with Keldor. Just make that the movie.
A lot of people hate Keldor, though.
Yes, yeah, and we'll get back. Yeah, so then there's the Revelations and the Revs. The Revs are like, oh, no, we're not counting this 2000X, and we're not counting the New Adventures. We're going back to the original, but then we're using elements from the other ones in it as well. But then we're also changing the characters around and making some characters completely unlikable. The animation was good though. Then there's Netflix is going to do their version, right? And then if you count She-Ra, you've got She-Ra, plus you got that other She-Ra cartoon. So now it's all jumbled up. So depending on where you are in life, you have a different version of what you think He-Man is. Like if you started with 2000X and that's where you started, you're like, oh yeah, fucking 2000X for life. Like that's your He-Man. So it's like, what's this cheesy shit? I don't want this stupid shit. I want like badass, right? And it's like, I want cannon arm Man-at-Arms, right? Not having the club or whatever. So Travis Knight, who did Bumblebee, and I just looked, Bumblebee made $468 million on a budget of $135, and Bumblebee is the least successful, I believe, up to that point of the Bay movie, the Bay verse. And that's interesting because Bumblebee, in most people's eyes, was slightly more faithful to what Transformers is than the other one. So the actual, hey, Brennan. So the actual one that's more faithful actually did less. And Transformers 1 did not do as well either, which is a complete shame because I think that movie is actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's
great. And that's a great revamp for Transformers. And do I know anything about Transformers? I don't know. Did you watch my 400 episodes of covering every goddamn Transformer thing there is? Including the Japanese ones where people can't read subtitles, so I can't read subtitles, so I can't. My brain doesn't work. It's like I don't count that. So, anyways, but interesting. The Transformers 1 and this movie are a good comparison because Transformers 1 took so much Transformers lore and tried to make it into one cohesive line. They had the Quintessons. That's fucking crazy. So it's pretty awesome. And then some people don't like it, and some of the Transformers fans who say, well, it's not like G1. Then I ask them, what is G1? And they say, the first 2 seasons of the movie, the 3rd season, Rebirth. I'm like, oh, you don't count Headmasters? Like, everyone is in Headmasters, right? And like, even in Victory and in Master Force, guys come back. Perceptor, Jazz, they come.
Wheeljack.
So, Wheeljack, sorry, is Wheeljack, yeah. Like, what are you talking about? So you don't count those. See, I count those, but you're not. Yeah. You count them, right? But if you've watched them, you count them because they're goddamn awesome.
Yeah,
you have to count them.
I own them, so
yeah, you're so do I. Those are expensive, but that's my thing. So He-Man, we're getting into this fan divide where there's the fans who are like, well, I like the old cartoon. It's like, yeah, but there's been other cartoons, right? Like the old cartoon is not the only thing there is, and I think we've lost track of that. And I think the people that stuck with He-Man and watched 2000X and continued on with it and bought toys and bought the classics, and then the Origins toys came out, and then they bought Origins toys. And I think those people are the people that are really loving the movie. Like it's been with us. So it's nostalgia, but also current. Like it's still around. He-Man has still been around. And there's some people like, Steven didn't keep up with all of the toys and all that. He was a fan of the original toys from when he was a kid and had a lot of the toys, right, Steve?
Yep.
Yeah. So So like he is almost the actual target audience.
Yeah.
Someone who remembers the original stuff, maybe doesn't know too much new things, but is willing to give it a chance.
Yep.
So his group, that's like Owen. Owen is in his group. Love the old cartoon. You had the toy, that's his. Yeah. He didn't watch 2000X and he didn't buy those toys. And right. So you're the group that's sort of in this, we don't know where they're going to go. Like our group, where it's like, oh yeah, we love He-Man. It's like, okay, we just love it, so whatever. We're shills. Get us out of here, right?
Yeah.
So they just shill us off. Get out of here, you stupid loser shills. You 50-year-old shills, go get off. It's like, okay, fine.
Well, we back our shilling up though.
We do. I for sure do. But Steve's audience is that's where this divide is happening. So you got Steve, who's like, Steve's also more prone to like fun fantasy movies. Owen is not prone to liking fun fantasy movies. He prefers, Captain America and Iron Man to Thor and Doctor Strange, right? Like, he's a Cap Iron Man guy.
Yeah,
technology, gun battles, not magic. Doctor Strange. I'm not saying he doesn't like those. I'm not saying he doesn't like it. I'm just saying that he's slightly skews this way. So this is an interesting. It would have been great to have him on today because he was sort of like, yeah, it was pretty good, but I'm not dying over it. Like he would have been a good kind of counter to us talking about it. We could have had Charlie on here, but I think Charlie's just shilling like crazy for this movie. So he would have been like above me.
Yeah, I saw
like,
his post on Facebook. He was
just like shilling the crap out of it.
He showed his popcorn tin and everything.
Yeah,
His Castle Grayskull. Listen, can I just say, like, not to like kind of I'm kind of reiterating what you said, but for something that's been around for decades and generations, it's going to go through different. It's going to change. Like when people okay, here's a lot of people don't like G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. I mean, it was a victim of the writer's strike. There was a lot of issues with it. I like the movie, but they're like, this isn't my G.I. Joe. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? I'm like, okay, there's Marvel 1982 when Marvel came out. Then do you know the 1970s when G.I. Joe was an adventure for it? What are you talking about? Oh, okay. Were you, how about now, like the Energon Universe G.I. Joe? So like there's different interpretations and people gravitate to what I'm such a fan. I gravitate to all of it. Like, I mean, but
that's why I've never once ever argued ever on anything G.I. Joe ever. No, because to me, it was the cartoon. I saw the movies. I thought they were okay.
Yeah.
And if people are saying, oh, this is like Retaliation, or this is like, I don't know, this is like the IDW, or it's like, oh, okay. I don't know anything. But I don't, that's why I don't fight with people.
But
I just say that's their opinion.
But like even superheroes have been around for decades and decades and decades and been in the comic books. Different writers, different there's different ways of looking at the things you love. And then some you're not, like J-Man, there's some Superman stories you love. There's some Superman stories you hate. I mean, it's like, not everybody's going to love everything. And that's where, like with He-Man and the Masters Universe, you're exactly right. There is the initial cartoon that had the toy line. And that's what most of these people that are loving the movie are gravitating towards. But yet there's all these other iterations that are coming out too. And then, it's just, there's no way you're going to make everybody happy. And there's going to be, then there's always the toxicity. There's people that are just going to hate things because they want to see things fail because they're just miserable fucking people.
Yeah,
but there's always, like you just said with Transformers, you're like, wait a second, okay, now we got Japan. It's like
right.
There's no way that because somebody's gonna make a Transformers movie, but it's gonna be kind of like this, then not like this, and then this person will be like, well, I hate it because it was like this. So it's you're never gonna win. If you like it, you like it. Good for you. That's all I'm saying. Is it's like what did you think about it? And that's why it's like when I write my reviews, listen to it or don't. I don't give a shit. I'm just doing it because I like to talk about movies, and it's kind of expected of me because I have a website.
and if you, go ahead, Dan.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, and there's so many versions of Transformers. There's so many versions of G.I. Joe. I own all the animation. I've watched all the animation. I've read some of the modern stuff. This, again, reading the original comics. I can now talk about the comics because I've read some of them. Beforehand, I couldn't say anything about them, but now I can kind of have a conversation about it because I've read some of them.
But you have your favorite, right? What's your favorite G.I. Joe?
My character?
No. What's your iteration?
My iteration. Oh man, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning toward the comic books now.
It was
the original.
See, now it's changing your perception.
It's changing.
I love
That's
the
what I'm saying.
Until you guys asked me to join you for the comics, it was the original Sunbow cartoon.
Of course.
Now I'm like,
I don't know. Did you ever see 12 Angry Men when they asked the guys like, what are you like? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. And like Dan's reading the comic book. Dan's reading the comic books. He's like, shit, people are dying in this. It's
Yeah, I
like,
know
you
what
know,
fuck. Transformers, I own. I've watched all the animation,
Right.
toys and stuff like that. I've always leaned more toward the original cartoon, but I do enjoy all the other ones pretty well as well. And He-Man, I own all the animations. I've watched all of them. I kind of lean toward the original, but I like 2000X. I like New Adventures. Charlie hates it, but I like New Adventures.
Yeah.
But there's something for everybody.
Right.
Some people are only Beast Wars. They hate everything else.
Yep, I've seen that.
Yeah, some people only like G1. They hate everything. That's fine.
Right.
That's why there's so much diversity out there in the versions. There's something for everybody. Don't hate somebody because they don't like what you like. If you like Beast Wars and somebody else don't, that's fine. Let them have their Transformers.
Yeah.
So
And
there's
the only
something out there for everybody when it comes to these
Right.
franchises that we don't have to dog each other. If you
And
like
for
it, you
something-
like it. You don't.
And for something to last a long time, it has to,
change. That's a change.
Exactly.
It's going to have to a little bit. Yeah, you
Yeah,
keep
you're either
things
gonna
in it that
lose
you
it-
Remember, but there's going to have to be slight changes to it, just a little bit.
Exactly.
I think, and I think some things eventually have run their course and they need
Yes.
to end. Like I think Dukes of Hazzard, for example, was done. Like they brought it back and they just couldn't figure it out. It's like that concept is so rooted in the time period that it came out in
Yeah,
that it just won't work in any other time
But
period.
it's got that hell of a meme that you showed the one time with Jessica.
Yes, I know, yeah.
It's
But like I mean, the movie it's like that show was perfect in its time.
It's-
18. I actually thought 18 did work and could have because that
Oh, I
concept.
love A-Team, the movie.
I like the movie, the
and
new
the
movie.
movie's
Yeah,
good.
the movie was good, but I feel like could have gone on. Like I feel like
Mhm.
that. Like
it should
could
have.
It should
It
have.
yes.
Because that is a concept that can. It's like 4 elite guys kind of become mercenaries. They get a bum rap. They get screwed
Go-
over,
And
and
go
then
and
they
help
go-
people.
and they help people. I think that's a very Knight Rider. I like that transforming car Knight Rider. That was kind of neat. I don't know if it was Knight Rider 2000 or what it was, but the car actually morphed and stuff. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh,
I
that
like
was,
the show. Where it was his son.
It was
Like,
the sun. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, and Val
Yeah.
Kilmer was Kid. He played the voice of Kid.
Yeah, I thought that
Yeah.
was pretty. Like that was pretty cool. So some concepts some can go like
Mhm.
Dukes was modern day Robin Hood in a corrupt town. But nowadays, the corrupt town, it's like, yeah, but everyone's corrupt.
Yeah.
like back then, there was good old fashioned family values, and this town didn't have them because Boz Hogg ran it.
Right.
But now every corruption's everywhere at every level, so the Duke boys can't fight everything.
Yeah, they can't
And-
go to every city.
They can't go to every city, and also having bows and arrows, maybe that might not work that well now, right? Because they should have better tech. But also, it's like they've got the moonshine thing, and the thing is, like, moonshine isn't a thing anymore, so you'd have to make it drugs or so. Like what would be the modern day equivalent of smuggling illegal liquor? You'd be smuggling illegal drugs, but that kind of makes them bad. Like
yeah.
it's not like booze is booze. It's like it's booze. Who cares, right? And it made it. It's like it's a family. Uncle Joe's like it's a family tradition. and it's like that's fun and goofy, right? But if it's drugs, like how would you update that concept? You know what I mean? So like Knight Rider's like, oh, he's got a badass tech car. He's got a lot of cool tech. And he could right wrongs. That's cool. That can go on forever. Same with A-Team. Again, four mercenary guys, four badass soldiers become mercenaries. That's cool. Like that can go on. So something, and then I don't know what else to do for He-Man. Bottom line is the stuff that I didn't like, you can remove the comedy, you can shorten it up, tighten it up. But in terms of the scope and the tone of it, I don't know what I would have done, because I think if I would have done my version, which is just make it a straight up fantasy movie, I think people would have been like, this doesn't look very fun. And I remember He-Man being fun. And then you're like, well, it could still be kind of fun, but still be good. I don't know what to do. Like, I actually thought Transformers 1 hurt me because I watched it, I thought, wow, this is actually they really thought this through. Like, they tried to put every little thing that they possibly could in it and still make it new and still make it a part one. I thought they did a really good job. I'm not saying the movie's perfect, but I thought they did a great job. I tested it with my wife. I said, let's watch this. And she didn't know shit about Transformers. She sat there reading her manga while I watched all these cartoons for live streams, and she didn't know what the hell was going on. I said, let's watch Transformers 1. She loved it. She's like, is there going to be more of these? I was like, I don't think so. This bombed. And she got into it. I was like, and that's when I knew it did a good job. I thought so in the theater, and then I confirmed it at home. It did a good job of starting from scratch, but keeping as many little things that they possibly could. They fit every little thing they could possibly fit in. Like they address the size changing. You know, it's like, like all of that stuff is in there, and it didn't do well. So to me, that was a shocker. I'm like, oh, because this is what I would have done. Like in my mind, I would have been like, oh, well, if I'm going to start something from scratch, I'd have to take this. Like if I was going to start He-Man from scratch, I would be taking young Adam, and he grows into a big guy, right? Like that's what I would do. 2000X Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, our $5 at the very end. I was just about to log off. Thanks for that $5 for me staying on for 1 extra minute. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate it. I'll give you a nicer ScarJo, and how about one of these? It's a He-Man thing, so you can have 5-minute break. Have you guys heard where Superman drop kicks? Yes, all the way to Cybertron to save Hogwarts. That was the best. I think that was the best part of the entire movie, by far, easy. So. That's it. Okay, guys, I think we're done. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate you guys all being here. I appreciate everybody in the chat. 16 people stayed to listen to this bullshit after it was over. Like we basically stopped talking about He-Man like 30 minutes ago, and there's still 16 people watching this trash. Wow.
Listen to 4 old guys talk about their childhood.
You know what?
And the state of franchises.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Nobody in this chat thinks that Wonder Woman 84 is a good movie, but everyone still stays with me. You know why? Because I'm true to myself and I don't lie to people.
Yeah.
I'm true to myself and I don't lie to people, and you can see my passion.
I stick with you, Jay, man. I don't understand Wonder Woman 84, but I love you.
I never lose subscribers, man. I never Joe Dog, my buddy Joe Dog has been with us for like years now, and he hates that movie, and he still shows up every time. Thank you, Joe Dog. You're a good guy. I like Joe Dog a lot. This guy is a trooper. And and he had half the movies that I love, he thinks are trash, but he still shows up because he knows that I love it, and it's all for fun. It's for fun. It's a movie.
Yes. Right.
So,
at the end of the day, yes,
it's a movie.
It's a comic book shit we're talking about.
Yeah. It's not as important as toys. It's anyway. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Good journey.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.